Okay, right, we're back online. Good, right. OBS was rubbish, so we're doing what do you call it? StreamYard, and I've got the freebie one, like crazy. But here we got James from the Game Zone Bird Room, which everyone
Well,
knows.
hello, mate.
Yeah, you're all right. You moved
Yeah,
up,
yeah, I'm
haven't you?
good, thanks.
Cool. You moved up to Scotland in the interim.
Yes, I have. Yes, all the way up the Highlands. Yeah, it's a
No.
long way to come from the Isle of Wight, but never mind. It's good to do something different.
But you're smiling, and it's a big thing in your life, so that's cool. That's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm glad I moved. It's been brilliant. I'm enjoying my new job. It's brilliant working for the NHS. It's a lot of fun up here. The walks are beautiful. It's stunning scenery. It's if you're sad in this place, where can you be happy? Basically,
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's like, but where do you get your retro games from then? I just wondered. Is it
at the
you have
moment
to go like
there is.
50 miles down the road to get to the nearest CEX or something?
Luckily, I've got my little scooter that gets me about. But yeah, there is bus routes where I am, and the biggest city where I live is Inverness, which is
Right.
quite a big
Yes.
city. And yeah, it's got a. I've not been there yet, but it's got a retro game store there.
Oh, cool.
So I mainly
That's
be getting it from the internet.
that's the thing. I mean, when you were looking for your new house, it was like it's got to have Wi-Fi, it's got to have CEX, it's got to have Loch Ness.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is dismal here.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, is it? I mean, have you got other houses around you, or are you like in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, I, I live in quite a busy street. There's quite a
Yeah,
lot of houses in the street, and like hostels and uh, Airbnbs, that sort of stuff.
got you. Yeah. So it is a there's there's things happening there. So it's not like the middle of nowhere as you would expect. Oh yeah, as you would expect to be in the middle of Scotland. So
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, to myself, Scotland always seems so much bigger than England. I don't know, it's because it's so
well,
open.
it's weird. If you look at the map, you get to like the if you look at the whole thing of the UK, if you like. Hang on, where have we gone? There. Good God, that's the wrong way around. Um, like Scotland is there, so that's England down there. Scotland's there, and then you've got Scotland up there. So I think Scotland vertically is more than the bottom of England. If that makes sense.
But yeah,
So
yeah, it might do, especially with all the
um,
little islands and everything as well.
yeah,
But it just I don't know, it just seems so open because like houses, they are quite sort of dotted about.
yeah,
You've got these small little towns, then you got literally like a village with like one or two houses. Then you got like the odd city. It's strange, but it's beautiful.
yeah. No, that's the thing. I mean, I've seen from your videos you've got, there's good landscape. It's very, like you say, open, really nice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
the walks we've been going on have just been unreal.
Yeah.
Really has.
So I want to see your videos when you're locked in. Basically, like about what is it, 8 months
Yeah,
until
when
you,
I'm knocked
yeah,
in by 6 foot of snow.
yeah. Oh God, loads of videos. I think you said,
Oh, I will do. It'd be video galore. People will be sick of me.
I'm sure. I'm sure they won't, but yeah. God.
Anyway, Rich, it is nice to have you back, mate, in the gaming
No, thank
community.
you, thank you. Yeah, I had a break due to work and what have you. So it's nice to be back, and I just thought, yeah, I'd come on. I tried to do a video that was or a live stream that was like demos and stuff, but obviously nobody could hear what I was saying. I was commenting like, "Oh, this is good. The graphics are good," and like you came up saying, "Rich, we can't hear you." I thought, "Oh shit, man." So he's like, "No, scrap that. Let's get OBS. Let's get a StreamYard going. We'll do that." But yeah, no, it's good to be back. Very good.
No, it's good to have you back, mate. Yeah, we missed you. Well, I've missed you
No,
anyway.
thank you. Yeah, no, it's kind of cool. It's one of those things where you know you want to do it, but you can't due to other
Yeah, yeah,
reasons. You know,
understandable.
it's nothing major. It's not like suicide stuff or anything. It was just a really kind of weird time for me where I've never been unemployed. So I was, you know, being unemployed for a bit, and it was like shit. I've got other focuses to do to work out where I am. You know, to get basically a job. So you know, but I did. So it's all good. So we're happy. We're smiling. You
Good,
know,
good.
and it
But
was
good to hear it.
yeah. It's thank you. And it was, you know, I missed the Spectrum, I missed the Commodore 64, and I missed watching your channel as well. You know, I did stop. Well, I stopped YouTube basically for a while. And I think it's weird how that might affect a lot of people, and you don't really realize because when you're a consumer, because obviously you're a consumer, but we're also a uh, what's the opposite of a consumer? You know, we give the content for people, but we're also consuming. So I was seeing it from a consumer point of view, and it was I forgot what I was saying now, but it's just yeah. I mean, I was in you know, a whirlpool of like brain stuff. You know, I wanted to do it, but I couldn't. But I'd like to, and I didn't even watch. And I was like, yeah, oh yeah. I'm sure there's other people that get into that rut of where they see people doing it. It's like, oh, they're all cool, they're all fine, only because you see that little bit of the screen. Do you get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of weird.
definitely. Well, you
It's
always put a front on, don't you?
you do, yeah. And you know, some people put more of a front on. Obviously, the what do you call it when they're on that other thing? Not YouTube so much, but uh, what is it? It's not Twitter. It's the other one,
Twitch, is it?
Twitch and but they, you know, people get a persona. They get too et up about it. It's like don't be so much of a persona. Don't be so much of a front. Just be yourself, and it's mad, you
I
know.
mean,
And that,
that's what YouTube should be about, isn't it? Because it's your channel, you know. Just be yourself in, you know.
yeah, it is.
Well,
And
that's
it's
what I
just
always think, anyway. You know, there's
yeah,
nothing special about my channel. It's just me being a Burke, basically,
yeah.
trying to play games very badly.
Have we? No, you're cool at games. Have we seen your game? Have we seen your bird room? That is a question. Have we seen your bird room?
Yes, I've done a bird
Mm.
tour of my new room.
I need to
Yeah.
check that out. My apologies. It's you know because you remember what it was before, and it's like, is it the same again?
No, it's very different. Do you want me to give you a quick tour? The birds are asleep.
If you've got it, yeah, that'd be cool. Sorry about this. It's not. Oh my god,
That's right.
but it's something. I think a lot of people on YouTube go through that where they have a time where something happens in real life and it like
There
bang
we go. Here's the
affects.
big reveal.
Go on
The
then.
birds are asleep, but
Oh, shh, gotta be quiet. Oh my
so
god.
got a
Oh
few
yes,
games
yeah,
here.
yep, yep.
Your turtle DVDs.
Death Star. I saw that. Oh, rock and roll.
So
That's
obviously
cool.
here's me setup.
Mm. It's like weird. It's almost like. I mean, for me at least, it's almost like we've moved with you. Does that make
There's
sense?
me
Because
Sega wall.
yeah, we can see the same stuff. It's like wow, but in 900 miles.
And that wallpaper.
Yes, yeah,
As
that
soon
is
as I
so
saw
cool.
this room, I thought this has to be the Game Zone Bird room.
You knew it when you came up, yeah. So how did you
Yeah.
do it? Did you have to travel up each time you looked at a house, or did you spend
No,
3 weeks?
a few of the houses we did a bit like Teams, basically. It
Yeah.
was all like all online.
All
And
right, cool.
And to be fair, when we saw this, we only saw pictures, but we fell in love with the pictures. And one of the rooms that had the pictures was that room. And I said to the missus, I said, that has to be the Game Zone Bird room.
Got you. So it's like an intuition. It's like a heart, you know, like, yeah, an intuition thing. I'm just gonna put the if you don't mind, Feed Me Chicken and Old School Amiga are on Amiga Old School. So I'm just gonna put the link in.
Yeah, get Feed Me Chicken on.
Get them on. Yeah. Oh no.
My mortal enemy.
We can talk about when I nearly. Do you remember when I texted you saying I'm gonna like post some shit, but I've got to speak to you first? Do you remember?
Oh,
when he was like,
you was not a happy bunny, was you, mate?
I was not. No, I was like, fuck him, basically. Excuse my French or my German, whatever language. No, seriously. Oh, you feed me chicken. You really got me riled. And when James said to me in the background, "No, it's all fake. We're doing it," I said, "Oh, you bastard." But it was a really good. I thought, shit, no, actually, that's really good. That's really good marketing. Yeah, but you're still a bastard. Well, let's get him on. I don't know if they're gonna.
You know what, mate? As soon as I saw him pop up on a swap shop on Retro Chef Swap Shop,
yeah,
I knew I had to do something with him. You know, he dressed up as a chicken. You know, I'm the Game Zone Bird room. I just knew there had to be some sort of feud.
It is. It's like, oh, that's so nice. You know, he's laid it in your lap. You know, for some.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It was late. You know, and as soon as I saw it, all these ideas just popped into my head.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, a WWF feud. You know, it's
But how did you actually contact him like straight away, or I mean, like directly, and just said, "Oi."
No, actually, it took me probably about a month before I told him about this idea. We got talking about 2 weeks before because we did swaps with each other on like games.
On Chef's
yeah.
Swap Shop,
and I just said, look, I've got this idea. Can I put it past you? And luckily, he's such an approachable chap and really nice chap. He said, yeah, I'm in. Brilliant. I said, I've not even told you the idea
yet. He knew it though. But then there's that other guy. Was it Golden Gamer? I don't know if he's still around. Golden Gamer Movies.
Oh yeah, he's called something else now.
I can't find it. Yeah, I'm probably still subscribed, but I don't know what his handle is. Because he was like, he thought that people were saying he was like Feed Me Chicken.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it caused a bit of a stir, really. But I mean, that's what we wanted, though. We wanted to cause a little bit of a stir, but we also wanted to know, you know, hopefully it came across the way we were filming it. It was just like a WWE promo, like, you know.
Well, from my point of view, it did for like a couple of videos, and then I thought, hang on, he's really getting like really. Is this for real, or is this like? Is he really having a go at you? It was just the time that I messaged you and said, look, I think I'm going to post something up. Is that okay? Kind of thing, whatever, you know. And it, you know, you told me it was like, yeah, it's all a kind of a stunt. And I'm like, oh, shit, that's really good. But it's, we got Old School Amiga on. Amiga Old School, sorry. I'm just going to put him on. You know what Feed Me Chicken is? He's putting his head on, isn't he? He's basically putting his head on. So
it'd be nice if he pops on.
It will be, yeah, cool. Because I'm going to have a word with him. I'm going to have a word. But yeah, Adam, you're right.
Yeah, I'm all right. You're right.
Hello, Adam.
Yeah, cool.
It feels like I'm on more streams than I'm actually pushing out videos at the moment.
I haven't been watching a lot of stuff, to be honest. I'm not sure where you've been, so
nowhere. It's been hot, cold, and lack of excuses for me, to be honest. My heart ain't been in it.
Just lazy.
Yeah, but my heart ain't really been in it. My Amiga's dead. I've got a disk drive for it now, but yeah,
it's it's interesting because I was talking about to James about where I quit for. Well, I didn't quit, but I didn't do anything for. Was it 4 months? Went quiet, kind of thing. I mean, I was watching stuff, but didn't comment, and there was like real life stuff, and you get in a downer, and it's kind of like YouTube is the last thing you need to concentrate on because you've got real life if that's affecting you and stuff like that. It's just interesting.
Right, we're in a better place now.
I am now. Yes, yeah.
That's good.
Are you okay? And
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, the thing is with me, it's like Luke. He's dreaming like he's 10. As I said, I don't really want to come on here and lack of excuses and that, but it's just time for me. I mean, it's good now, but my head ain't really functioning I haven't got it in me at the moment to go up in the loft and talk about a game or, talk about anything. I'm just relaxing.
Yeah.
I wasn't really going to come on, as I said,
No.
I was going to watch the whole lot until you ends, but I thought I might as well just jump on and just,
it's cool.
Say hello.
It's nice to see you, man. I mean, if you're realistic, I don't know you, but I know what you do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've seen you DJ, I've seen you 4 a.m. going, putting your tunes on and stuff. Well, you know what I mean.
He's a big part of the community.
I try to be, but as I said, this disk drive here, I was on Tony's stream last Saturday, I think, and I was and I was using the Amiga, and I got this through Friday, but I've had my sister. I was at my sister's house yesterday for a 40th, and today, because it's a long drive, went to Cambridge, and then I just felt knackered the whole day. And tomorrow's like 23, 24 degrees, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's just, as I said, the winter's been freezing and the summer's just, but I'm trying to get things done. But yeah, with Luke streaming, he's making noises. And if I go up in the loft, I hear him in the background. So I can't tell him to shut up because it's his time to play. And the only time I've got is between now. Anyway, enough for me. Don't worry about me.
That's all right. No, it's cool.
But something will come up. It will, I guess. But yeah, yeah. But I'm glad you're both doing well. I need to move that over here.
Yeah, totally.
I'm awesome.
Yeah.
We're all awesome, to be fair, because we enjoy what we do, and it's you got a community going.
That's the thing. I never grew out of it. That's probably like most of you.
Agree.
The Amiga, I actually got the 1200 on my sister's birthday, which was 94. Yes, 27 years ago. Yesterday, I think.
I was trying to do my maths thing. Yeah.
I think it was 27. I worked it out because I was I was like sitting there. I didn't drink yesterday, so I drove my mum and dad, my sister, Luke, and it was up there. But yeah, I was just thinking that I've got the 1200 hopefully working, but the hard drive blew up. So I lost everything that's on the hard drive.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get everything back because the floppy drive wasn't work. All my stuff's on discs. So I couldn't put it back onto the Amiga. So been messed up for about 4 or 5 months with it.
That's a shame, but
it's pain, isn't it?
But as you know, my discs are not working. So I don't know if it's the discs are not working or the floppy drive. But anyway, it's sorted out now. It's just I could bring it down here and work on it, but it's not where I want it to be. It's upstairs. I don't want to drag everything down. But anyway, that's enough for me.
Yeah. No, it's all good. So, I mean, are you glad that we're getting out of lockdown? I guess you are.
I mean, because I've answered the last thing, I'm happy. I'm happy things to go like if it wasn't for lockdown easing, I wouldn't see my sister and a couple of her friends like yesterday. But I'm worried about going back to work. I'm working from home, and we've got Luke going to senior school next year in September, and I've been getting him because obviously I'm working. I can go on my lunch break, but when if I'm back in the office, I'm gonna have to rely back on my mum and dad and Elaine's mum and dad.
Got you.
That's more what I'm.
There's commuting time, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You've got
could.
commuting time.
Saying
I
that
mean,
though, if you can do the job a lot from home, what stops you from doing that? Because I think a lot of companies will be more flexible now.
I'm hoping to. I'm hoping that they're going to be like a hybrid system, so it'll be like 1 week in, 1 week off, but nothing's confirmed yet. So, but yeah, fingers crossed. I'll be able to get him in my lunchtime in the coming months. But yeah, with easy, and you know, with the events coming up and everything, you know, it would be really good. I think I've missed it. Blackpool's coming up.
I mean, it probably will be quite difficult though. You know, especially where you've not done it for. I mean, see, I've not had to worry about lockdown because I've always had to work through it.
Yeah,
I've been sort of quite lucky in that fact. But where yourself's been, you know, not been there for what, over a year now, it must be, yeah, it must be quite terrifying to go back, interacting with people and.
Yeah, I mean, I went back to work because I had a desktop, and I went back to get a laptop because the desktop was out of warranty. But so I went back, but the anxiety was all right. It was, you know, I went there was about 15 people in the office, but I felt all right. So I think I'll be fine. But you know, it's the whole work thing, it's the whole structure. When I was at work, I wasn't eating breakfast. I was just getting ready for work, leaving, and eating biscuits like in the morning. But now I'm eating breakfast. You know, I'm eating properly and everything. So my well-being is better than what it was when I was working from the office.
Understood. Yeah. I mean, what do you do? Are you sales or something, or
no, I work for DHL. So I'm finance.
Right.
So if a customer says that an airway bill's like 10 kg and we build it at 15, then we have to investigate it, go to operations and figure out if the customer's right. And account numbers as well. So if it's got the wrong account number, it's been billed to the wrong customer, then we've got to investigate that and then find out who it should belong to and bill it to the right company.
So it's very much kind of phone based, I guess.
It's sort of emails and phone, really.
Yeah,
but it's not so much phone. It's more sort of, you know, emailing, and I've got my own customers, so I know I've got a good relationship with them. So I know roughly what's theirs and what's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been with DHL since I was 19. That's since
cool.
1997 I joined there. I did. I was temping. So a good company. It's had its up and downs, but you know, I enjoy it.
No, it's cool, but it is a shock. I think it's people have got used to working from home.
Yeah.
You know, no commuting time, no petrol, no fuel.
Exactly.
Costs, that kind of stuff. And it's just like people have to shift, either get back to what they were doing or attack it a different way. I mean, I'm lucky because I work from home. I'm a data engineer, so I do stuff over the internet.
Also,
like crazy, yeah. Oh, we got James. We got you know who this is, James.
Is
it a special guest? It's the big one.
It's the big chicken out. Fuck, you should not be on here.
No.
I'll clock off then. I'll see you later.
No. Just stay on for a little bit.
Beating KFC and my legs.
Right. I was talking to James earlier about when you had your spat, like the backwards and forwards videos.
Well, the one that you got really, really angry at.
Yes. Did he? Yeah, you remember it, do you? Yeah. I do apologise for being angry, but I don't apologise for being angry in the way that I did because I thought it was very rude. To be fair, it was, and it was mental. You both organised it completely perfect. To be fair.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it was mad, and like there was one guy, another channel, I think Golden Game Movies, and everyone was going like, "He's Golden Game Movies," so he was going like, "I'm not Golden Game Movies." No, but I saw your arms and I saw his arms, and I thought, no, he's not him. You're not him. Yeah.
Guns.
I swear the power. power line.
Yeah. Oh God, it was like, no, seriously, you both got me. I mean, you know.
Well, I'll tell you one thing though, it does illustrate the power of one idea. Because let's face it, I mean, obviously, I have no idea what you guys have just said about like for the last 5-10 minutes because I've been not everything is in one place, so I've had to run around and do a few things. Oh yeah, I could get my head right, haven't I? But no, you know, it was all Game Zone Birdroom's idea. You know, I just went, yep, that's it. No thought needed. It was like, yep, straight away. You know, the idea was great. Having obviously the understanding of how wrestling feuds work obviously helped, and it was great timing. Not a lot of people obviously know me. James is obviously a very, very nice guy. So yeah, to have someone new and cocky and rude against someone who is well established, polite and nice, you've got a very good complexion.
Who's who then? Who's new and cocky and the old and?
Well, me being new and cocky and they're being established.
Well, I thought I thought you're like a long time YouTuber that quickly set up a new channel. That's from my point of view.
No, I've already been on YouTube just over a year now, as in like as a proper channel doing actual things.
No, brilliant. I think you did well. Did crazy.
Totally blew me out. It did. I didn't know what was going on. Hence why I didn't really say much, because I didn't, it was so well planned for both of you. It was, and I might be a bit gullible sometimes, but I just didn't know what was going on. But it worked well once we knew what happened. It was a great act.
We need to get people invested. So this is why Chicken had to hit hard.
Yeah.
And and he done it. He done it beautifully. He really did it. He did get people guessing: is this real? Is this fake? And he's. It was an absolute joy. Probably some of the funnest times I had on YouTube. It was just brilliant. Absolutely loved it. Every minute.
I was going to say the whole 5 days was good. With Dana and with both of you battling it out. House of the Dead.
Dainster was just unreal. Really? He was just so brilliant. We couldn't have got a better person to do it, really.
Yeah.
Nah, totally agree.
No, it's mad. I'm trying to think.
So the thing for me is obviously I don't know you up there, so when you came and started commenting, it was like I would tell like the tech that you weren't happy. Obviously, Mr. Game Zone Burger up there is like, look, I've got to talk to him because like he wants to go off like a rocket. Because I know him. Because the whole thing is though is that during the whole event, it was only me and James, obviously our missus, that knew obviously what we were doing and how it was going to go. And although obviously we had an idea on what we were doing, because we were back and I say back and forth, it was more like I'm going to bombard his phone with messages and he's going to reply when he can. but no, because he's up there. He's a really, really easygoing guy, and he was just like up for like, right, this is how I see things, and then he'd come back like, yeah, I see what you're saying. Let's try and do this, or let's try and do that. And it was really good just to be able to go back and forth without having like egos in the way. And but the thing is, because we hadn't done anything like this before, it was like we had to try and make sure that we didn't leave things too long, or we didn't have things not go quick enough. So obviously we had to then pander to, well, what's the community feelings towards this? Do we need to act now, or do we need to hold off and go later? And obviously halfway through this, unfortunately, James ended up having a bit of an accident in which he had to go through some of his promos in a lot of pain. But trooper that he is, did that, and obviously it paid dividends in the end. But yeah, I mean, it was literally just us two who knew what was going on through the whole thing up until the point that just before, I think it was 2 promos before, we were going to ask Dana to be like the ref, because we went from being, well, we'll do a back and forth video for the ending to going to realizing actually we've got the community right here in the palm of our hands. We might need to do a live stream for this. Which is when James was like, well, the best person to be the referee is Dana without a doubt. And so what absolutely brilliant call that was. I mean Dana was absolutely perfect. He was keeping the comments going. He was responding back and forth. I've got to be honest, right? I know I'm obviously taking a lot of talking time right now, but if you go back and happen to watch the individual episodes, apart from 2 comments, the whole way through our 5 days, everyone was talking, but everyone was talking about either Parrot Man or Chicken Man. It wasn't like everyone had their individual conversations. Do you know what I mean? And I found that absolutely phenomenal, because I've been in the live streams, you know, where people, they go off in their own little conversations, but then they come back to the stream. Do you know what I mean? But this was just like, however long we're doing, half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever. But it was like chicken jokes, or it was parrot jokes, or it was like we're crap, or we're good, or banging.
It was like chicken, punch bag, bird. You know what I mean? Like chicken.
Yeah.
In the.
It was amazing. You know, just the amount of comments that was just for us. You know, us two. Like, you know, a Revitility new YouTuber, and me, who's only at that point probably only been on just over a year myself. So to have all that fuss about us two, it was surreal, really.
And it's just one idea, one person's idea. Yeah. And my God, I said to James plenty of times, like, I speak to very few people, like, as in, like, who I know actually watch my channel. So I don't really know the wider community. So I had like tunnel vision. All right, well, this is where we're aimed at. But suddenly it went from being, this is the tunnel, to where the hell did these other avenues come from? Like, I don't know half these people, you know. It was crazy, absolutely mental.
It shows, it's like an illustration of the wider kind of, I don't know, the wider way that the human race can be gullibled into something. So say you got BBC or some celebrity, they could manufacture whatever the hell they want.
And people will buy it.
Yeah, totally. You know, so it's like, I mean, I was just like flabbergasted when when James told me, it's like, no, it's all right, Rich, don't worry. It's not, he's not really having a go. It's just fake. It's like, shit, man.
So, Rich, what was you actually going to say to the chicken? Because this is the best time. Bring it on.
It was something, I can't remember even what video or something, but I know the gist of what I was going to say was something like, how can that motherfucker say something like that? Because he doesn't know you totally 100%, or something like that. Did you get what I'm saying? It was like, I was really going to enter and plow in and just say stuff that I don't say on YouTube, like motherfucker, you know, all that kind of stuff. I was really not very happy, if you want the succinct version. Yeah. I can't remember. I'd love to go back and find out what it was. I don't know. But I went through, I was going like, right, I'm going to find like every, and I went like retro channels, and I was going like, no, his arms are too skinny. Like, next one, that's a woman. No, it's not him. Like, and seriously, I spent probably like a couple of days going, I'm going to find this bastard. And like, but I think you're clever enough. Probably you haven't got another YouTube channel, and you know it's probably new, and then you've got a persona going. That's what it is. Oh, and did you know I'm the guy? I can't remember if I used my personal when I commented on one of your videos. Whether it's my personal one or my, retro engine, but I said you're like technically a cannibal because you are. Feed me chicken. Yeah. If you're a chicken, and you're saying feed me chicken.
Yeah,
it's like mental.
I think it was the retro engine one. I'm sure it was.
Was it? Yeah. But it's all good fun.
The problem is though, is that like obviously there's a lot of comments where people were writing things. I mean. Basubi James, I mean, some of his comments had me in stitches. Like he was one of the ones who was on the fence, but at the start he was happy with it, and then he cottoned on fairly quickly afterwards.
He actually worked it out without anybody saying anything.
And I'll tell you what, there is one thing that me and James not neglected, but when we did the end segment on the truth of the battle, we unfortunately, probably more my fault because obviously I rambled a lot as I'm doing now, but I never actually mentioned the last day. So Basubi may not know this, but the way he acted on the last stream helped me a lot. So the truth of the last day is that 5 minutes, 5 minutes before we were due to go live, I had a power cut. Everything went off. So we were late by about 30 seconds. And obviously by the time I come on, it was like, Dana was like, right, we're late, we got to go. So for the whole 50 minutes that we were going there, rather than me being like, oh, I'm really involved in this, I was more like, for fuck's sake, don't have another power cut.
No way.
And obviously, as you probably, if you watch it back, but Basubi being just who he is, he pretty much was able to carry it with a lot of pauses and a lot of just being who he is, which is fantastic for me. But you don't see a lot of me, you don't hear a lot of me, but the way he carries himself carried my side of who I was that day forward. So although you don't see it, I was just like, for fuck's sake, don't have another pack up. For fuck's sake, don't have another pack up. And obviously Basubi was just like being asked these questions, and obviously because he has the long pauses and how he comes across, he was able to say my absolute backside on that day. So yeah, 5 minutes before we went live, everything cut out. Fucking no.
Oh my God, you're in Scotland as well, aren't you? You live in Scotland.
No, not at that point. No, I was still on the Isle of Wight, luckily.
Oh God, that's mad. That's really, didn't realise that.
It was actually funny because on that last stream that I did, my very first stream about the truth of the bird feud and that, I moved a week after that. So it was, I mean, the Game Zone bird room was literally all packed up. It was, I tried to keep everything the way it was, and it was a lot of hard work packing that all away before I moved.
God, yeah. So, sorry, Feed Me Chicken. Can you give us a clue on who you are? Is there anything? Obviously, we've seen tattoos on your arms, so that's a big clue if we do a reverse Google. So
he uses Colgate.
Yeah, he's got lovely teeth.
He's got good teeth.
That's what I mean.
That's two clues, right? Okay.
The question is though, why do you want to know who's under the mask? At the end of the day, I have a chicken mask for the simple fact that I eat a lot of fried chicken. So, I'm still who I am. I just wear a mask for the fact that I copy everyone else. So, if I want to be someone who is different from everyone else, then I chose to have something that's relatable to me. And here we are,
And it is kind of, I mean, do you feel different when you wear the mask? Because I know that I do.
James, am I different behind the mask?
No, he's exactly how he presents himself.
You've seen him without the mask on?
I have, yeah.
James. Right, okay. Have you got any secret kind of video or anything like that we could?
It's funny because a lot of the comments was about unmasking him, but it was never about.
No, I mean I wouldn't. Yeah,
about
that's rude.
That's who his channel is. Feed Me Chicken. He wears a mask, but it is him. Like it is who he presents himself as. Feed Me Chicken is him.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just want to know who he is.
Personally, if Feed Me Chicken took his mask off, then that wouldn't relate to the channel, would it? You know what I mean? It would just be. It wouldn't be Feed Me Chicken then, would it? Because we know who he is.
Else. Yeah.
It would lose the mystique.
I think Geordie Sasha Game put it right. So if you are into wrestling and you know who Kane is in wrestling, and Kane was never the same character when he unmasked. And the thing is that when people watch my channel, it's more of it's not, oh, here's another person who's doing exactly the same thing as everyone else. The first reaction is, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and the thing is that you then get the extra few seconds of where it turns from what the fuck is this to right, why am I still watching this? And then from there on, you may be getting a few extra views, and then for all you know, they might go, actually, this isn't too bad. I might sub to this, and I might watch the content he puts out in future.
Yeah,
you know, it's just one of those things. I didn't want to be like everyone else, you know, and I'm not. I don't. The thing is, you don't know who's watching, and you don't know who may or may not recognize you going forward. And obviously, we all have our items that obviously we portray to the public and this, that, and the other. So
yeah,
you know, you have the element as well. You know, everyone I think who doesn't have some sort of cover is obviously quite brave in terms of, you know, you just don't know who's watching. You know, don't know who might recognize this, that, and the other, and then suddenly you're questioning, oh, well, how did this happen? You know what I mean? So there's that element to it as well.
Got you. Yeah.
And if you know, if I go one step further, obviously I've got my kids involved as well, and you know, you look in the fact that, you know, you don't really want, if your kids are not mastered as well like you are, then if someone recognises them, because obviously a younger generation will flick through channels and find something that they want to take the mick out of, you don't really want that stigma of, oh, your dad's the guy in a chicken mask, to then hamper them, because, you know, we're all like, well, you know, we all have that thing within us that says, well, that's a bit weird, you know, therefore you're going to get it because of that, you know. So there's always that as well, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. I choose to do this. I'm quite comfortable doing it this way. I like being the channel that I am. There's nothing special about me. So, you know,
it's cool. It's like like a gimmick, if you like, but it's a, in your respect, it's like a gimmick that is useful for you and your family. So you're not, you know, it's not the human behind it, it's the persona that you're showing, if that makes sense. So it's not, if that makes sense, it's, you know, it's not, I'm trying to think now.
It's all right. I'll add the persona that says the biggest cock on YouTube.
The only thing what I'm concerned about, I don't know if you thought about this, is that if you were to go to gaming events, if you do, then
that's it, busted.
Then that's
really,
going to stop. Well, I don't know. If
I just go in chicken mask.
Okay. I'll get
I've done 24 hours in chicken mask. I mean, I've been there for a few hours.
I was waiting for that to come. So
there is breathing space as well, so you're not going to suffocate or anything.
No.
So. Where'd you get it from? Sorry, is it custom made or did you?
No, I just bought it from Amazon. It was Amazon. I
mean, it's seriously.
Chicken brought my parrot mask for me as well.
Brilliant. God, it's like I'm just trying to think what kind of mask I should have. It's like, oh my God, I can't think of anything that's better than either, you know, chicken mask or a parrot mask.
What about an engine mask? Picture of an engine.
Engine. Oh yeah. Oh well, I forgot the name of my channel then for a minute. Yeah. a train mask.
Imagine they have to come on to the program guy.
Yeah.
And the retro engine.
Oh God.
Rich, there's a reason why I'm experimenting with stream at the moment, because I want to.
Yeah.
I want to do a series called the Ultimate Gaming Championship, where I pit YouTubers against each other in like a King of the Ring tournament.
Sounds good. That does sound good.
So
are you using StreamYard for it?
Yeah, I will be using StreamYard.
Yeah, that'd be cool, because I'd like to know how you get sound from a game into StreamYard. I've not worked that out.
I'm just going to do old school, pointing the camera to the TV.
Oh, right. So you're using like another input as a camera.
Yeah.
I've been looking into that, because what I wanted to, same as what James is talking about, but I wanted to do like records, so get people on and I play records, but I think you need two cameras, two webcams, I need a Netgear or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but you need another device to get the sound out of StreamYard.
Yeah, I
Because,
can't get that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 80 quid though. That's the thing.
You can use OBS to get the camera in, so I could use
Yeah.
OBS now as an input, but the sound doesn't travel through, and it
Yeah.
really like gets on my wick. To be fair, yeah. No,
Because
I'd
the
love
thing-
to see-
No,
I'd
I've
love
got
to
the
see your
mixer.
readers. Yeah,
I've got the mixer connected to the PC, so I can use the mixer as line in. But
Yeah.
that's where it sort of stops. But obviously, you can use a mic. Like I've got a mic here that I can plug into the decks, into the mixer, but you don't really want to use one of them. You know, you need to use a pair of these.
yeah,
But
but it looks good. But it looks good on camera when you've got like a proper DJ.
Yeah,
kind of-
I mean that's the other thing I was trying to sort out. But you know, I've looked into it, and there's a bit more than what you know. Instead of doing this, there's a lot more you need to do, and I think you do need 2 webcams. What was it? To film you and something else, because when you put OBS on, it locks up. You need I can't say it now. A vertical camera, or whatever it is. But yeah, it's a bit complicated. It is.
I mean, that's
Right.
yeah. I don't know. Don't know how that would work.
But I saw
trying to
James's video where he was playing Daytona, weren't you? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it was,
live
yeah.
streaming.
I
with
was-
Save the Fan.
Yeah, I was working at the time. I was, but that's the other thing. You know, what you could do is stick the camera on the screen and see if that. You know, it seems to work quite well.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's why I've been experimenting. I want to be doing a few more of them type of streams just to experiment and get a bit better. As I was saying, because I want it to be very similar to the way Dane done the Bird feud, but I'm
Yeah.
going to be like, I want to be the Dane character, and I'm going to have like YouTubers battle it out. So if you want to be part of that, Rich, you know,
I might have a go. I might have a go. I don't know. Oh.
hopefully I've got a that way.
That way, yeah.
Co-presenter.
Hang on. Wait a minute.
That way.
There. That geezer.
That's it. Him, my co-presenter. There's going to be a big part of it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I'm even not sure now that I like it. I think there's something up with him. I think there's going to be another feud coming on. To be fair, there is.
Retro Chef's in the chat. I don't know if you've spotted that.
Hello, Lee. You all
he's
right, mate?
off to bed. No, no, you're not. You're coming on. He did didn't he do a cast tonight?
He did swap. I don't know if that
Yeah.
was finished. But what is quiet? Yeah, Feed Me Chicken. You've done absolutely brilliant on that 24. Fisherman thing.
Right. For me, old school.
Yeah.
It's quite annoying that I don't have you as a friend on any other platform, because I've actually been dying to ask you a question. There's a question I can't ask you on a stream.
Right. Well, if you need help with anything, I mean,
no. It's not help. It was actually a personal question. I don't know if you remember when we were last 2 on a stream in which Big Mal invited me to, and you would give me a bit of a lowdown on the history of things. You had admittedly you had one too many, I think, because you were definitely on the rampage. But you said something to me, and I haven't been able to ask you about it since. So
okay,
if you're on Facebook or anything, drop me a Facebook message. I'd love to ask you the question.
Yeah, that's fine. That is, but talking about that, I wanted to apologize. On the streams and everything, I did say, I apologise, but I was down the pub and I was absolutely hammered when I got home, and I was drinking again when I got here, and that wasn't me. It was me, but that was me and my, being absolutely off my face.
On your beer head, beer
glass. And never said it was a bad thing. I just haven't had the opportunity to ask you something you mentioned. That's all.
Okay. I might know what it is. I still remember the conversation. I do.
That's all right.
Most of it, but yeah, I'll do it in a sec. I will. Yeah,
that's cool. But I remember, like Adam, I remember when you were doing DJing. You got like 4 a.m, and you serious. Yeah, I mean, you got a few beers in you, It was
Yeah.
really cool. It was like proper old school Amiga music.
Well, I do a bit. I try and do a bit of everything. I do. I mean, I collect vinyls. I mean, much as games, but with music and everything. And it's just somewhere to play it, really. You know. But I can only, again, as I said earlier, I can only really do it sort of late at night because Luke's gone to bed,
Yeah.
Elaine's gone to bed, and there's no one to bother me. I don't want Luke coming in here and disrupting me and touch the decks and move them about. And it's just not what I want. But yeah, it was mostly at night really, and no one's really on. A few people are on, but it's just more fun. It's just me getting drunk and playing music.
Yeah, I mean that was a fun thing about it. Like crazy. So, does anyone else here collect vinyl, or is that just a one?
No, I don't
If you
think
say
I don't.
that's about it.
Because I do cassette. I do cassettes. To be fair, cassettes are cool, and I love vinyl. But
I've still got I've got cassettes down there. I have that I'm trying to record back to MP3.
yeah,
But they're Elaine's mum's. That's my wife's mum. But it's just time in doing it because I use Audacity, and again it goes through the line into the PC. But because you're recording live, you can't high dub it or anything like that. So if you want good quality, you've got to let the tape go all the way through. And one album is like 40 minutes, and you've got to be up here to do it. And you can't watch any YouTube. You can't play the computer because the sounds come on. There is a way not to get the sounds, from if I was doing this, but it will record from the MP3 when I'm recording back.
Yeah.
But it's just a long process.
Yeah, my dad did that with all his old 60s stuff like a few years ago, off vinyl. So he like a record player into USB, and it was like, wait.
I'll say.
But he actually enjoyed doing it. It was like, yeah, cool, getting technical. Crazy stuff.
I mean, it is, but it's a good way to when I do a mix because obviously, you can do it off from Audacity, and then you can put that MP3 anywhere you want. You can put it to SoundCloud, Mixcloud. You can do a little video and upload it to Facebook as well. You could, but it's just with copyright and everything. It doesn't stay up long.
That is a good question. Has anybody here been stung by a warning?
Yeah.
About music.
Oh,
yeah, I've got one. I've got one. Nothing. Is that no? Zero?
Not yet.
I've had three. I've had three at the moment, which I've had to cut my videos.
You got three, yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's like there's sometimes where
one of them was a bit annoying actually because it was footage from Resident Evil Code Veronica. Just the some of the live sequence and that, which pissed me off. Like, that they don't even the person who put in the claim and that don't even fucking own the rights. It's fucking Capcom. You know what I mean?
But it's like, it's like obvious and doesn't matter. I mean, they can flag it, but they can take the money if you get over 1,000, whatever, blah blah blah. They can take the money away from you. But have you been flagged for like something where you can have your channel like rejected or whatever? There's two different things that can come in. It's like mad.
Well, I've not had that yet.
You haven't? I've had it once.
I've had a nudity takedown.
Have you?
You dirty boy.
What?
No,
female or male? Female.
Or male. Female.
Oh, thank God for that.
It's an Amiga demo, and I don't know with the Amiga they have pictures. They do, and it wasn't like it was a hand drawn like graphic art. It was. There was some blonde girl, and you could see her boobs, but that was it. But then I had a C64 demo up as well, and then that got taken down due to sounds. But it's weird because I've got a your soundtrack, Big Time Sensuality on the Amiga, and it's got the lyrics from Big Time Sensuality, and that's still up. But
it's crazy.
I think it was 2019 that video got taken down. But I uploaded.
YouTube gets confused as fuck about stuff. To be fair, doesn't it? he doesn't know. It's like, yeah, it's copyrighted, and he gets like somebody puts a copyright claim in, but it's not actually owned by them. Oh, we got AD Sneaker Freak.
Yeah.
Hey, AD, all right? Hey, what's happening?
How you doing, guys? You guys? You good?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Excellent, excellent.
Should we be asking how much she had to drink first?
Say again?
I said, should we be asking how much you've had to drink first?
It's a bank holiday Sunday, baby.
Funny you should say that. I've been on it a little bit, but not too much, so I can still speak.
Now that's a 1985 pint glass if ever I've seen one.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, 80s. What do you expect? It's like, oh my lord.
Yeah, I like it.
Can't beat the classics.
I got it off my dad. He drinks the dimple glasses, so you know. And chicken. He eats chicken. A lot of chicken. He does.
Power to the chicken.
You've got bigger guns than me, you have. That's your
Yeah,
arms.
Yeah,
I've got little programmer arms. That's what I call them.
Chicken's got the 24-inch pythons.
yeah, about 56-inch belly.
Yeah, the chicken's got big fucking chicken drumsticks, haven't you, lad?
I like it. I'm just gonna get another drink. I'll be back in a sec.
Just don't go to the toilet too long.
Yeah, don't do a Tony on us.
That's what
What you mean, like disappear?
Tony.
No, I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I think Tony, yeah, good old Tony. I think he probably goes and buries a small child, doesn't he? While we're waiting on this stream.
He's cooked a full fried breakfast, didn't he?
Oh, how are you doing anyway, lads? So, James, tell me about this Scotland move, because I don't know. I know you moved up there, but that's a big fucking move. So tell us about it and why and how it's going.
Well, basically, we 4 years ago we brought our son up to St Andrews to do a uni course, to do university, and so we've came up for a couple of holidays, and we literally just fell in love with the place. It's beautiful up here.
Yeah, countryside.
So, you know, we thought, fuck it. You know, we're still fairly young.
It's a lot cheaper than the southeast as well, isn't it?
It is. I mean, we don't even pay like the water bill. You know, it's all including the council tax. So, and it's only about £20 extra with the water.
Yeah.
So you don't really see the water bill. Just use as much as you want.
All right. Well, you've got a big swimming pool in the back now, haven't you?
We have, yeah.
That's a big fucking bird bath.
I can just take a nice dip in the old Ness every day.
No, it's good. It's good though. It's quite a change. I mean, I'm obviously from the northwest of England. I live down in I work in Cheltenham now, so it's not as big a move as you. But it's still a big thing, isn't it? It is a big thing when you move. But then I've always said, it's just down the road, isn't it? If it's 5 hours down the road, if it's 10 hours down, you get people that move around the fucking world. So, you know, it's down the road. It's down the road, and if you need to get back to any family or friends and anything like that, then you get in the car and you're there in X amount of hours, aren't you? At the end of the day, so
Precisely.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's a good move, actually, mate. I mean, Scotland's a beautiful place, actually.
Really gorgeous. Yeah. I'm loving adding the walks into the videos as well. I'm doing, which is quite nice.
No, it's good. I was thinking of you the other day. Actually, there's back in Liverpool. I still connected to a lot of the guys up there. In one of the parks, there's a huge population of exotic birds now that are residents in Liverpool. Yeah, I can't remember what bird they were, but they're the residents in one of the big parks in Liverpool, and they're just considered natural birds now because they've been there for like 30, 40 years.
I have to go and nick them.
Well, apparently there's hundreds of them now, and they're considered natural population now because there's not many of the fuckers. Obviously, it was a few released pets years ago.
Yeah.
They're just considered natural birds now. So I can't remember what they are, parakeets or I don't know, something like that.
I bet they're Indian ringnecks. There's about 20,000 of Indian ringnecks in the UK now.
Right. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I was just reading a news article the other a couple of months ago actually on it and how they're considered just. There's too many. Quite. I mean, I don't agree with it. Quite often, the powers that be will say, "Oh, we shouldn't have had these in the population. We're going to fucking kill them all," which I think is disgusting, really, because it's all our fault in the first place.
Yeah.
As long as they're not doing anything to the natural species, then just leave the fuckers to live.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Human species are twats, aren't we? We just like to kill things and wreck things.
We're a poison on the world.
We are a fucking poison, yeah. But anyway, should we lighten the mood a bit? Hey, Adam, are you not getting your vinyl out yet, lad?
Nah, it's down here, isn't it? So I do it on
just an arm's length away.
Hey?
Just an arm's length away.
No, I haven't had it out. James and Rich and I nicknamed Feed Me Chicken Alfred because he's like Alfred Chicken. So
yeah. Well, that was my old joke, wasn't it? I kept the whole. I kept mentioning between the Game Zone Bedroom and Feed Me Chicken, and for some reason, some people on YouTube, I don't know why, got offended by it. Why? It was clearly a fucking piss take from the beginning. But for me though, every chat that I went in, I would just mention chicken-based video games. And it's a little thing of mine. What is your favourite chicken-based video game? And I was having my own laugh with it really in the end. And I know that Feed Me Chicken seen that as well because you mentioned it last time. But I used to love it's kind of promoting it in my own idiotic way in the chat groups and stuff like that, But
It was much appreciated.
Well,
trust me.
I was having my own fun though. I was having my own fun with it, so I thought it was funny.
In the end, me and Chicken had a lot of fun, didn't we, mate?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that was good.
We really did. It was probably some of the best things I've ever done on YouTube. I absolutely loved every minute of it.
But that's the best thing about YouTube, isn't it? It's the engagement and meeting people and the social aspect, I think.
Yeah. And I've made an absolutely brilliant friend in Mr. Feed Me Chicken.
I'll tell you what, just based on what you said, Mr. Howdy Sneaker Freak, I think you and Mr. Engine in the corner there should have a conversation about it because that was quite interesting to hear you say. It was obviously a joke from the beginning, and Mr. Engine up there was like, I'm going to kill you, chicken, for what you're doing.
I didn't see it as a joke. I saw it as light banter, and then, oh my lord, what the shit is going on?
Yeah, but I sort of.
I didn't know. I mean, I can't say that I knew Feed Me Chicken before that. The first time I saw you was when you were having this antagonism with James. So whether you were there before and people got to know you through that, I don't know.
That's part of it, though, isn't it? That's part of the. It was just about engagement, wasn't it? Because I know a lot of people. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't know James first. They didn't know you first, and then a few people started chatting as they do. Like it was a son of a bitch that's got video games in it with birds. Just looking, what's going on here? What the fuck's going on? Let's be honest. What the fuck is going on here? This is not a normal state of affairs. Let's be quite honest about it. So, but then anyway, a few of us started going into your comments, didn't we, James?
Yeah.
And I was one of them. And Danester was another, because we were all in the group chatting and stuff like that. And then
it was funny, Rich, because I kept on getting these sort of messages from people saying, "Oh, we're here from Danester's stream," and I'm thinking, who the fuck's Spainster? You know, who are all these people? You know, but to be fair, once I started watching Dana's live from lockdown, and you know, they kept on mentioning my channel. You know, I wouldn't, you know, wouldn't be on like 380 something subscribers without these guys. You know, pushing my channel, and you know, from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate it. You know, it is a wonderful community. They're all terrific lads. You know, and you know that they know how to have a lot of fun.
Definitely. Apart from chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. Totally. It is, you know.
I want to know how Feed Me Chicken drinks his pilsners. Is it through a straw?
Got a big beak. Big beak, long glass.
Got a big
But
beak,
I mean, it's been nice to grow my channel with you, Richards, as well. Because we sort of started at about the same time, didn't we?
It was, well, yeah. I saw because you started the year before last, and I started one, and I looked for retro games, and yours came up. And then this was the beginning of lockdown, so I was really getting into it because I got furloughed, and I was doing stuff and communicating with you, and it's like, yeah, cool. And it was weird seeing your channel grow. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like a little baby. So come like, I don't know, later last year, it was like, whoa, you know, we've done well. And when we did the or when I saw you on, what was it, like Retro Chef, it's like, yeah, cool, you've made it. Because he knows how to do a channel. That's the thing. It's like he knows how to do it. Not a channel. What would you call it? A
stream.
A stream. Yeah, a presentation. Sorry, is what I'm trying to say. You know, and it was like, yeah, cool. And I was like, I kept bigging you up, and people are going, "Who's this Retro Engine kind of guy?" It was like, but I'd known you for months. You know, yeah, it was right back from the beginning.
Because I'd obviously subbed to you, Rich.
Yeah,
but I can't remember when or how.
No, and I don't know. I think
it might have been my shout out.
Possibly, yeah. And because quite often I'll do that, and I'll click sub, and I won't think about it again. And then I've seen this live stream pop up tonight.
Yeah.
And they all come to the front of your feed, don't they? The live streams generally on the YouTube app. I thought, what's going on here? And then I clicked in. I seen all you guys. I thought, I'm gonna have to fucking come on this.
Yeah, I know. Thing is, I don't do it often, and I'm not. There's no. I was trying to earlier. I was trying to use OBS to play some Commodore demos. So I thought, yeah, a bit of music, you know, because it was like to bed soon. Because my wife's gonna kill me. You know, I'm still here now, but I was trying to do it, and then James came on and said, "We can't hear what you're saying." And I'm thinking, shit, I'm supposed to be commentating over it, like, oh, I love them pixels and them graphics.
I saw your mouth move, but nothing was coming out.
Yeah, it's like mama, and it was like, oh my god. So I said, fuck that, we're doing StreamYard. That's how it happens. But it's interesting because I looked at your channel as well, AD, and it was like, I also struggle with real names. So if you obviously, I mean, I don't know if your real name is AD, but that's what I'll remember you as.
Yeah, so my name's Steve actually. So Addy Sneaker Freak is because of I collect Adidas.
Oh, I did
know. So that's where they come through, yeah.
But it's like, you know, if I saw you in, say, you know, a week's time on a stream, I'd be like, oh, AD. I'd be like, I'm not AD, I'm whatever your real name is. I don't know.
But yeah, everyone calls everyone AD. I mean, the meetups are funny because I've been to loads and not just in the gaming stuff, because obviously I'm based in the trainer community, and it's identical. It's exactly the same.
Do you go to meetups for trainers then?
Yeah,
is that a thing? I was going to say.
Yeah, there's big events, and I mean, it's actually if you look at the set, everyone's got feet. Yeah.
I hope so.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So the market for that community is probably as big or bigger than video games.
Got you. Yeah.
And there's loads of meetups. Like there's one in Liverpool, for example, called Laces Out, and people come from all over the world to that. And it's just held in a big warehouse. It's a bit like Play Expo for games. And it's got all the vintage.
That is so weird. It's like not weird, but it's like how can you can't play a sneaker, you can't play a trainer.
No, but you collect them, don't you? And that's what, to be fair, that's what a lot of gamers really are collectors, aren't they? If we're being honest with you.
Yes, yeah, totally. I agree.
Because all the retro games in the world you can get on a RetroPie. Yeah, you don't need to collect any.
No, you're collecting the physical kind of the physical thing, the cassette, the whatever.
Nostalgia. Yeah, it's all about nostalgia. Yeah. It's all about nostalgia and stuff like that.
It's about holding that thing that you used to own as a kid. Yeah. The pretty pictures on the front.
And the Adidas thing. I'm only Adidas because there's too many. My mind would go if I try to do multi-brand, and I used to do.
Steve, my favourite trainers in your collection are the Game of Death ones.
Okay.
The Game of Death ones.
The yellow with the white stripes.
I got them.
Yeah, they're brilliant. They're my favourite in your collection.
I'm trying to think. I haven't got them.
You
cheating on me with someone else's trainer collection.
No, you did have them. You did have them in your video. I'm sure I
cheating.
I'm sure I commented on one of your videos. Go through your content.
I'll have to have a look. Yeah, I'll have to have a look.
But yeah, I agree because I'm obviously back from the 80s. I am a trainer guy. I tend, unless I'm like professional and like got to be suited and booted, I am wearing trainers. So it's a big thing.
I've met loads of cool guys on that as well, and a few celebrities as well because they're into the trainer scene is quite a cool scene. So I've been on like Adidas like sort of special events, and I've been invited, and I've been getting pissed up with Bez from the Happy Mondays and all that shit. It's crazy.
Oh wow. Cool.
Yeah, I've still got a selfie of me and Bez, and we were just chatting for ages. He's been through the mill, Bez. He's just a working class lad that fame came to him. He's only a dancer at the Happy Mondays. He wasn't really employed to do anything other than dance at first. And he was telling me he's been up and down with mental health over the years and stuff. And he's tried to. I think he's done something with exercise on the lockdown, hasn't he? Because the first lockdown he put on loads of weight because he just drank, and then he just decided to do exercise to try and help himself mentally, positive vibes and all that, But I think he had a YouTube channel or something after that. But he was a good lad. He was so friendly, and he'd have all the time. In fact, when I was talking to Bez, I had to pull away from him. He was that nice. He wanted to speak to me more than I wanted. Which is the opposite to most celebrities, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most celebrities just can't be bothered with anyone. But yeah, he was a cool guy. Like, and it's just a good. It's very similar. I've always said it right. You have your resellers, you have vintage stuff, you have people that go and buy limited edition stuff and try and hawk the prices up and stuff like that. It's exactly the same as like video game community. I'm sure fucking stamp collecting is the same as well. I don't know, but I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure. Or I mean, another thing that I've subbed to a few channels is the vintage toy collecting stuff.
Yeah.
And I was watching one tonight actually, and he's a really good. I'm just trying to let me just find it because I used to collect Action Force as a kid. Which is like G.I. Joe in the UK, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say Action Man and all that kind of business.
So I got into this channel. It's only recent. If you're into toys, it's called Analog Toys, and he's a British guy. And a lot of the G.I. Joe, whatever, actually even the Action Force, Pally Toy stuff is an American-centric thing, but this guy's English. And he goes through all these sets, and Action Force is almost a forgotten toy. Because everyone goes on about the Star Wars figures, and in America, obviously G.I. Joe was massive. But the Palitoy Action Force is almost forgotten, and it's really honestly it's analog toys. He presents very, very well on camera, and he'll show you all the toys. And it's not just Action Force; he goes through loads of stuff, and it's just that's a new channel I've discovered, and I mean he's quite a big channel, I think. Let me see how many subs has he got.
But it's like weird. It's like trying to find a new decent channel on YouTube is unbelievably hard.
Yeah. But he's got 30,000 subs. But I'd never heard of him until last week.
Yeah.
So,
and he's got 30,000. Oh my god.
Yeah. But he's really good at what he does, the way he presents, and he's made contact with a lot of these G.I. Joe channels in America because there's loads of those. But it's interesting that they used to share the same models, the same molds, and the sculpts, and all that stuff. It's quite interesting to see. And a lot of the American collectors prefer the vehicles from the Action Force range because they were better. They spent more time on them, so the UK vehicles and stuff were actually better than what the US kids had. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would have thought they would have shipped them everywhere. So they must have their own sort of factories in the UK then, were they?
Yeah. So what you had was it Hasbro in the US? I'm trying to think now. But Palitoy was the UK one. So Palitoy also made the Star Wars figures beforehand. Now the difference between G.I. Joe, even the early ones, and Action Force was, if you remember when G.I. Joe or Action Force in the late 80s in the UK, they had more joint articulations. They had the elbow.
Yeah.
But whereas the early Action Force in the UK was just a Star Wars figure, basically, because it was made by Palitoy. Now, but I as a kid, I preferred, even though they had less articulations, the sculpt of Star Wars and early Action Force were better than the ones with all the joints, because you could see the bloody rivets in the joints and stuff. And
because a bit like the 18, a bit like the small 18 figures.
Yeah.
Hi, Jeff. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
guess I had to give up looking for my headphones to find them. I guess I was like, "What's going nuts?"
All right, it's everyone. Linux man, low spec Linux laptop.
Okay. Is he inside like a Star Wars spaceship, or is he inside?
Well, there's a massive story behind that. If you'd like to say anything, Jeff. Seriously,
That's
cool. It's cool as hell.
I'm 100% off the grid, and I'm building an Earth ship out in the middle of the desert, and so that's an abbreviated 20-foot diameter concrete dome.
Wow. So is that taking inspiration from the Parthenon in Rome?
I used to be really into music, and the dome really has good. The sound is amazing, and the dome was originally where I was going forth with this. But I'm starting to put promise.
That looks amazing, mate. Honestly, that looks unwell.
If you watch his live stuff, it's amazing. Because
sorry, to confirm, your channel is Low Spec Linux Laptop. Is that your channel name?
Yeah, and I haven't been posting because this old Dell is just it started just randomly shutting down all the time. So if I pop out, it's because my laptop went south.
Well, it's okay. Yeah. I want to subscribe to you though, man. That's what
really, you've got to do that, because it's like he has to, when the laptop starts jiggering, he turns the lights off just to keep the power going, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm on. I've got a temporary solar system and some batteries,
yes.
And so sometimes, every now and then on my live streams, you'll hear my inverter complaining. It's like, oops, gotta go.
I've just subscribed, mate. So what's your first name? Sorry,
Jeff.
Jeff. So I'm Steve. I've just subscribed to your channel. So
thank you.
Interesting journey, and this is what YouTube's all about, isn't it? Look at all these people. Yeah, that's
great.
Cool.
Yeah.
But it's like Jeff does. I first saw his live streaming from the old Infocom adventures. So when he did that and it like talked through it, it's like, yes, cool. But he does Linux, what is it? KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, like the old Star Wars stuff. So
right.
like,
I had been doing
yes.
I'd been doing Shadowrun Returns, and then this laptop just it just randomly shuts down. Sometimes it'll go 5 minutes, sometimes it'll go hours. And I repasted the CPU yesterday, which is when I lost my headphones. And I dropped the temperature down 20 degrees, but it didn't fix it.
Is that because of the sand or the dust, do you think, Jeff? Or?
Well, it was a lot less dusty inside of it when I took it apart yesterday than I thought it would be, because I've been pretty good about blowing it out. So I don't know. I think it's like the VRMs are going bad or something on the motherboard. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what your backdrop reminds me of there, Jeff, is I've got a book, and I don't know if you've seen this book online, or it's called Soviet Ghosts. And what it is, it's like an architecture book of all the abandoned stuff in the former Soviet Union. And a lot of them are like your background there. It's like a big concrete dome that was abandoned. Yeah. It's such a good book, honestly, Jeff. It's well cut. So I don't know if you've seen that or
I haven't.
That book. It's worth you looking into. It's like just a coffee table book, photography, but it's got like the finest big. Used to be I can't remember what it was. Some kind of center or Soviet education center in former Yugoslavia or somewhere like that, and it's like a huge, and it's on the top of like a snowy mountaintop thing, and it's all abandoned, and you go in, and it reminds me of your backdrop a bit there. It's a bit bigger than that, obviously, because it's a huge thing, but it's like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it does.
That really reminds me of that book.
There is a vid on my channel that shows where I'm at, like from the outside and stuff. It's old pictures, but so I've got the walls are rammed earth tires, so I got 29-inch thick rammed earth walls. Wow. And then this is gonna in the end all be all things will be the living room, and then I'm gonna have kitchen and systems in the next room over, and that's gonna have a vaulted concrete roof.
So when there's a zombie apocalypse, you'll be all right. We'll come and stay with you.
I'm even my house eventually, when it's done, it'll treat its own waste sewage.
Jesus,
that's like amazing. And
I'm not going to make black water. I'll just have to deal with gray water.
you got to think. I was like watching him playing Zork, and he's got this stuff in the background. I'm thinking, no, I'm not bothered about Zork. I want to see what's going on in the back. Seriously, man. It was like cool. But it was like, yeah, and then I think I saw your personal site rather than your gaming site.
Right, I haven't posted anything on there for forever.
Yeah, no, it just came up. I think it was like doing the algorithms and stuff, and I didn't search, but it came up. He's built his own kind of furnace or something, or something like that outside. It was like really crazy. So
I just refurbished that outside rocket stove yesterday.
Yes,
made it usable again. It's just a burner now. Before that was the second rocket stove I ever built. It was an experimental, and I just want to see, can I put one of these inside my kitchen when I get to that and have the smoke go up out the chimney? And yep, sure can.
So are you a engineer then, Jeff?
What's that?
Are you an engineer?
Nah, I don't know. I don't have any training in it, but I do kind of play around with different, Do
you like Coke cans a lot? Is he gone?
I think he's gone. Yeah.
I'm just watching, his dome at the moment. It looks amazing.
It's fascinating. If you look at his videos outside, it's like really is.
Yeah.
That's something you just couldn't do in the UK, isn't it? Because the old planning police would get on your case as soon as you try to do it.
There'll be somebody complaining, yeah.
Is chicken falling asleep?
But he said that he's like 43 miles from the nearest curb, which is like to me that's like whoa, you know.
What the
like
nearest
crazy.
road?
Well, I don't know, curb. He just said curb, and it's like shit. It could be road or you know, pathway or anything.
Gents, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to
Fingers
leave because my wife gets up early, so I'll be with the kids. So thank you for
Yeah.
your time.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Good night,
I'll see you
mate.
later.
Yeah, mate.
Thanks for
I'll
tuning in.
send you a message in a short. Well, yeah, I'll send you a message in a bit.
Cool. See you
Right,
later.
take care. Good night.
Bye.
So what's Adam? What is that thing in the corner? That bottle thing with the head on it?
Oh, that's Elaine's coat thing. That is. It's one of my old teddies when I was younger. That's on top. It's just like,
Okay.
it's just like a bear thing. And then if you ever, oh god, this is heavy. And this is filled up with pound coins. This is.
Okay. Pound coins. That's quite a few quid in there then.
Yeah, I think there's about 500 in there.
Oh, I remember I had one of them in the 90s. Yeah,
But it is
my
really.
God.
Oh, that's one hand, and I can't.
they're heavy. They are heavy.
Yeah, it is heavy.
So when
Is that because you swear too much?
Sorry,
Is that because you swear too much?
I don't swear. I don't. But no, Elaine's because she's a hairdresser. She puts all her tip money in there. She does. So when she gets tips, she just throws it in there.
So when does it get cashed? When it gets full?
I don't know. Whenever she says, when it gets. I mean, there's 10p there, but 50p's and £2 and. But yeah, I think
I
she
bet you
counted.
there's probably like a good 20, 30, 40 quid, 50 quid.
No, it's more than that. I think she counted it up.
I can't
And there's
see,
about
yeah,
500. It might be in there.
Really? Oh my lord.
Yeah.
You want to take a few £100 out of that and just say you must have counted, love.
No, I couldn't do that. But yeah, it's just like Peter Cup. It's just a toy that I had. Well, yeah, for ages. And it needs to go up in the loft. It does, but it just sits on top of that.
It's protecting the money.
Yeah, there's loads of little toys in here at the moment. There is, but he's back. Is he back?
Yeah,
He's back.
that's why I haven't been making. That's why I haven't been making videos. This thing I don't know. I tried repasting the CPU yesterday, and I actually dropped the temps down 20 degrees, and it still does the same thing.
Do you think is it a software related issue?
I think it's hardware.
Okay. Maybe can you whip the RAM out and replace it? Maybe.
I Googled it, and it seems to be a fairly common Dell problem.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to put a new motherboard in this thing. I've got a Lenovo I got a Lenovo Yoga 6 sitting at the post office. I went to pick it up yesterday, and I was late in getting it, so I got to wait till Tuesday now because of the holiday here.
Yeah.
What does it do? Just crash out?
It just shuts down. It just shuts down. The power just goes bam. And you turn it back on.
It could be the power supply.
The power supply is fine. I think it's actually the VRMs on the
I had an issue with a HP all-in-one, and where the PSU comes in to the machine, the cables from that to the motherboard weren't designed to carry the constant load, so they used to just fail.
Yeah, so, I think I had an Acer that did the same thing, and it actually fried. And I could see burnt parts on the motherboard, so I went ahead and got a new motherboard for it. That lasted about a year. Did the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a desktop computer here pretty soon. I ordered all the parts to put together a Ryzen 3400G system.
Cool.
Because I'm not going to buy a GPU at the prices they are right now. That's not an option.
Will it have Linux on it though?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be.
Yeah, I haven't used Windows since 2012.
I was going to say, yeah.
And then when I do jump on a Windows 10 machine, it just drives me nuts. I can't stand it. I run Ubuntu with the XFCE desktop, and it's simple. and just I don't miss Windows a bit. I don't hate it. I've been away from Windows long enough. I don't hate it no more.
But it's like you can still use Stream, can't you? So you can still get Stream games.
Yeah, and OBS works fine, and
yeah. And
I seem to have, from what I've seen watching YouTube channels, I seem to have less trouble with OBS on Linux.
So what do you use it, Adam, now? Because Adam's like a bit like me as a kid. I grew up with the Commodore Amiga. I loved it. I mean, the Amiga never took off massively in the US, did it? Oh, he's frozen again, hasn't he?
I don't know, to be honest.
No, he has frozen.
Has he frozen?
Yeah, because the Amiga was. I've got a really good book by the founder of. The Commodore. Have you got it, Adam?
The David Pleasant's book.
David Pleasant's book, really good.
I haven't read it yet, but
yeah, it's really interesting book actually. And in the US, the Commodore 64 was massive, huge book, huge system. But they burned loads of bridges when they bought the Amiga out. And the reason it was averagely successful in America, but it wasn't as successful as it was in Europe. They burned a load of bridges where a lot of the retailers wouldn't stock Amigas because they brought out the next gen of computers and they fucked up basically the stock what the original people would have, and they said, "Oh no, you can still sell Commodore 64s, but we've got this new thing," and it basically fucked up the whole distribution, So loads of the massive like Sears and all these big US department stores got burned by that, and they didn't want to stock Commodore anymore. So that was the problem. But in the UK, we didn't have that issue. So in the UK primarily, but Europe as well, the Amiga was so much bigger, and that's why you had all the software houses that made the best games for the Amiga were all basically UK software houses like Psygnosis and whatnot. You know, it's
well, UK and Europe, wasn't it? There was a few.
Yeah. But Sensible Software as well, Psygnosis, all those guys. You know, Europe as well. Delphine was a good French outfit, weren't they?
It's funny the way the console wars was so different over there as well, wasn't it? Compared to in our country.
We never had an 8-bit console war because the NES was irrelevant in the UK. A few kids had them, but it was irrelevant. The Master System was the 8-bit console in the UK.
The C64 was expensive though, wasn't it, compared to the Spectrum?
It was. But you had the Amstrad as well, remember? So the Amstrad was, if you look at the 8-bit breakdown of the micros, I think it's like 30% Speccy, 30% Commodore 64, and about 25% Amstrad. So it wasn't a big difference. The Amstrad was huge in the UK as well.
Didn't Amstrad buy out Spectrum as well, didn't
it? Yeah. But basically, from 85 to 89, Amstrad was the best-selling computer in the UK.
Yeah.
So Spectrum, Sinclair Industries were fucked. So Alan Sugar, so they bought out Sinclair Industries, and basically the later Speckies were basically a clone of the tooling for the CPC 464. So the +2 and the +3, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the tape cassette.
Basically Amstrad. Yeah, it was an Amstrad CPC 464. But obviously the architecture inside was the same as a Specky. But externally, all the tooling because it had an integrated disk drive or tape deck.
Yeah.
It was exactly the same as a CPC range.
That's what Amstrad did, didn't it? Before that, it was like hi-fi, which was, all like, what was it, cheaper because it was all the one thing.
Yeah, he used to integrate. Yeah, he used to integrate everything. Yeah. And to be fair, like his reputation was pretty bad, but the CPC was a really good machine. Its only downfall, I mean, I've always said that Commodore 64 had, the Spectrum had the detailed graphics, but didn't have any color. Commodore 64 had a lot of the backbone of what the system should be, the SID chip, the sound
and grays, didn't it?
Yeah, But the Amstrad sat in between the two. And the only thing the Amstrad failed on, it didn't have sprites, so hardware fucking sprites, did it? Adam will correct me. But if it did have them, because if you look, right, if you got a game from 1987 that was a multi-platform game, it would always have the Amstrad screenshot on the back, because the Amstrad screenshot looked the nicest. But as soon as it started to scroll, right, that's where the Amstrad would struggle. Good programmers could get round it.
Yeah.
But 90% of the games, when they started to scroll, were a bit shitty on the Amstrad. But as a still screenshot on the back of a box, they would always show the Amstrad version because
it looked nice, static. When it was a photo, it was like, yeah, the Amstrad looked good.
Mm.
But to me, it was like, because I went ZX Spectrum, Commodore 64, then Amiga.
Yeah.
And it was like the ZX Spectrum, cool, early. The 64 was more, it had better gaming graphics.
More polished system on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Amiga was like, holy shit. It was
amazing.
Yeah, it was. And it was like great because it had the blitter chip or something.
Yeah, the blitter.
Yeah.
Well, it had the copper chip as well, didn't it? It was doing copper
chip,
well.
yeah.
But I had a Mega Drive, right? And this is a true story. I had a Mega Drive. I loved the Mega Drive. Great machine, right? But obviously the games are fucking expensive, 40 quid a pop. And I brought back Lotus Turbo Challenge 2 on the Mega Drive. Paid 40 quid for it. Took it back to my house. And my mate came round. He had an Amiga. And he went, I've got that game. I got it for free. And it's well better on the Amiga. So I went around to his, I played it on the Amiga. And I went back to my mum and dad and told them I wanted to sell my Mega Drive.
No way.
The Amiga. Because it wasn't much better game. The sound was ridiculously better. The graphics are marginally better. And my mum and dad were probably happy because I wasn't going to pay 40 quid a game. I was going to get them. I did buy a lot of games, but I probably got, say, 70% of mine copied then. So
did any of you lot ever program like kind of thing, like the Spectrum or the?
I did. I used to love playing around with BASIC.
Yeah, it was like.
But the thing, I could never get the games to work. Then my dad used to look at it because he was very good at programming stuff. I mean, he even programmed the bingo game.
No way.
With my mum, he was very, very good at programming stuff on it. And he seemed to get the games working for me because we even had the little micro drive you could save stuff on.
No way. You're posh. You were posh.
Well, to be fair, my dad did work in a bank, so.
Oh no.
And he actually used to take his Spectrum system into work to do all the calculations and that.
Oh wow, yeah.
He even done a program to help the banking system.
So your dad was a clever man by the sounds of it.
He was, yeah. Not so much now. Now he's old, a bit of an old div now, but.
Oh, gosh, okay.
But he was very, very clever man. The old man was.
That's impressive. That's impressive. Those. Back in the day, though, he must have been like but out there, mustn't he? Bringing his Spectrum into work.
Yeah, that's
because he got the first one. Was it the really small mini?
The white one.
With the hard buttons.
Yeah.
And he would literally take that to the fro from work and home. And
did he have to lock the TV with him as well?
What's that?
Did he have to take the TV with him as well?
No, I think he borrowed the one in the staff room.
No, fair play. Like it's that's a good story. Yeah, that's a really good story. That.
Yeah, my mum used to love bingo, so he programmed that bingo, and she would have all the family and friends around for bingo nights, and I used to hate it. Used to go upstairs in my bedroom, play my Mega Drive.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't know. Terrible. You console bastard.
To be fair though, my very first console was my Spectrum ZX +2.
Well, computer. That's not good.
Right, yeah.
That's the
Computer.
thing. Yeah, it's
my
like
first,
computer
should
or
I say, my
console.
first game system.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to love my Spectrum.
That's the great thing about the United Kingdom in that sense, that the history that we've got with both the consoles and the micros is quite unique because it was so strong over here. The micros were so strong that they kept out the consoles until the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo. Really, because even though the Master System was the most popular 8-bit console, it wasn't popular. I didn't know anyone with a fucking Master System. Everyone I knew either had a Commodore 64, a Speccy, or an Amstrad. And then latterly, the Amiga era was different because you did have, I mean, the Super Nintendo is a bit later, so you got to take that as almost half separate, really, because that was like 2 years afterwards, actually, really. But everyone I knew did have an Amiga or a Mega Drive, but it was evenly split. It was very evenly split, and I don't think many other, like, you go to the US, they didn't have that even split with the micro.
I came from the ZX Spectrum to the Commodore 64 to the Amiga, and it was like I didn't even know consoles existed until the PS1. I don't know what it was. Maybe my bunch of friends or whatever. We didn't know the Mega Drive, anything about that. Got to the PS1, that was it. Yeah, get in there.
It's strange, isn't it? Because the PS1 has dated far more than the 16 bits with the 3D stuff, because it was the first gen 3D console. So a lot of the 3D games, because I used to have a huge PS1 collection, but what I concentrated on, because the PS1 did 2D games amazingly well, but Sony never ever, because they were all about 3D, because Sony wants to be this next thing. So they only promoted the 3D type games. But a lot of the 3D type games have dated quite bad. But a lot of the early PS1 2D games are fantastic. Like Rapid Reload was one of my favorites. And that's like the ultimate 16-bit run and gun. It's better. Rapid Reload is better than Gunstar Heroes on the Mega Drive, that everyone says is amazing. Rapid Reload on the PS1 is better. But the 3D games on the PS1, they haven't aged terribly well, have they? A lot of the early 3D games.
It's funny because I think the Saturn 3D games have actually aged better than the PS1s.
All right, so I've not compared them, so I don't know.
It's interesting. Yeah, I haven't compared them, but I don't know the Mega Drive, so yeah.
So I enjoy playing the PS1 and my Saturn, but I don't know why that is. I just think maybe the Saturn just looked a bit more crisper, especially when you had some of their high res games like Virtual Fighter 2 and
high res mode and all that.
Yeah, the high res mode. I just think some of them look. I mean, I even think some of the Saturn 3D games has aged better than the N64 as well.
Well, N64 has not aged terribly well because of the fogging issue.
Yeah,
because they didn't have a CD with all that memory. They used to get around the limitation with the memory in a cartridge by basically limiting the draw distance of the game.
Yes, yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, Silent Hill is a good example.
Yeah, and some of the driving games and stuff as well. I mean, to be fair,
USA.
Yeah, but if you like, I think that's what makes the consoles, though, innit? And the limitation. I mean, the mid-90s was so amazing for new consoles. Because everyone had to go at it. Like Commodore had to go with the CD-TV. It's a bit of a shame that didn't work.
Yeah.
Sorry, the CD-32. CD-TV was a bit earlier. It's a shame that. Well, the CDI was a little bit earlier now. So if you go back to 91, I think it was, CDI came out. Yes, yeah, it was earlier. CDI came out, and CDTV from Commodore also came out, and they were the competitors. But that was not really a console evolution. That was more a media. Basically, both those companies were trying to say, we've got a CD-based system where the big boys, but no one was interested because they were like nearly 600 quid.
Yeah, they were expensive.
Well, in today's money, what's that, like 1,000 odd quid? No one in the UK was whacking out 1,000 odd quid on a thing with a couple of discs. No one was doing it. It was crazy. But by the mid-90s, everyone was having a go at it, like Panasonic 3DO, Commodore CD32, Sony was at it, Nintendo was at it, everyone was at it. Atari Jaguar, another one. Everyone was smashing into this 32-bit market, and I think that's what makes the mid-90s really interesting, because there's so many failed systems, and basically PlayStation come out of that, and I don't think anyone else really come out of that shining of anything really.
No, it's true.
But I'm not. I like PlayStation now, but back in the day, I was like massive like an Amiga guy, really. To be fair, So
I was definitely Amiga, and it was like I had that until 93, 94, 95 or whatever, and then the PlayStation came along, and it was done for adults. It wasn't a kiddie thing. It wasn't Nintendo like bling and bling and bling. It was like, oh, let's kill some like zombies. Yeah. That's what got me,
Well, that's what it was. I mean, in the mid-90s, but basically it was weird, wasn't it? Right. So in the early 90s, right, if you remember back, right.
I mean, they pretty much copied Sega's ideas, didn't they?
I believe that, but I didn't know. I didn't know Sega, if you like, existed as a console at that time, which is like weird because I was a really good gamer.
If you think back to the early 90s, as a kid, right, and someone mentioned, say you're a kid in 91, if someone mentioned Atari to you, right, you think, oh, that's really, you think that's really old, ancient. I know they brought out the
retro, that is, yeah.
Apart from the links, you think, oh, that's really that's ancient history. That's early 80s. That's really ancient stuff. And then if you go to the mid 90s, right, suddenly when the PlayStation come out, it was the same thing. It was like Sega, Nintendo. Oh no, that's all ancient stuff. We don't want any of that. Even though they both brought out new consoles, you thought, no, it's not about that. It's about going the PlayStation way. And that was not every kid thought that, but like 90% of kids just wanted this new company. And I think that was inherited from the previous generation with the Atari thing. You wanted a new company. Like Sega Nintendo wasn't like Sega really in the UK. I know they had the Master System, but Sega was really Mega Drive on it, and Nintendo really was Super Nintendo. Because I said the 8-bit consoles in the UK didn't exist really. They were in Argos, but no fucker bought them. You know what I mean?
It was just Mega Drive and SNES.
Yeah, well, because in the 8-bit era, everyone just had a computer. Everyone had a Specky, Amstrad C64. All right, you had rich kid who might have a fucking NES and one game with it, and we had 300 cassette tapes in our disc, so they can fuck off.
Yeah, perfectly true. It's like mad because I think I must have sidetracked it. I don't remember the NES. Don't remember,
Well, I don't think many people remember the NES in the UK. You would have seen it in a catalogue, but I bet you, bottom dollar, hardly any or none of your mates would have an NES. You would have seen it in a catalogue, but no one was paying that price for a game.
We were all X-Copy. We were like Amiga. We were X-Copying everything.
Yeah, X-Copy 3 for the win.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, my God.
I used the purple one, but I don't know, it was one of the later ones. But
I can't remember what version, but yeah.
I mean, I had the Master System, and I wanted it due to Outrun and Double Dragon. So I went from Spectrum to Master System to Game Gear to Amiga.
But you must be one of the only other kids. you must be one of the unique kids in your neighbourhood. So
well, I had the Master System, I think, before Senior School, and then Senior School, there was a few of us that had Master Systems, but the Spectrum was more of like everyone had. So
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
And then when I hit Senior School, it was more the Amiga, and that's what grabbed me to it, because I went round mates' house after school, and then
was it games or demos like that got you on? Was it games or demos?
It was the copying of the games, but then I saw State of the Art by Spaceballs.
Oh my god! You didn't see the one before, like Red Sector Mega Demo?
I've got I've got all of them pretty much now, but I think I saw I think I had State of the Art as I got the 600
Jesus on ease. Yeah. Oh my god.
But that was before.
There's my coaster now. Look.
So that's a sensitive one, isn't it?
Why is that?
My coaster's a Bruce Lee.
But you know, as you guys were discussing there, it wasn't just the demos. It wasn't just the copying or the games you bought, because some of the games you bought had fantastic boxes. Like the Psygnosis box art was fantastic, wasn't it? But it was also the community, and it was one of the Amiga scene was the first scene that had a community. Like you would have a computer club where you all went around and did all this, and also, you know, you copied games and make its way round through the school and all that, and it was one of the first true communities for gaming, I think.
It probably was, but I mean, people our age had the Amiga, but people older than us, like, you know, born in 1975 and whatever, they was doing the same thing for the Spectrum.
Oh, so I know they were doing the same thing, but I think the difference that I found with the cassette generation, because I was a kid that had the cassettes as well, but one thing I found is that tended to be not as much of a community, but more of a few people dossing out free tapes, and you pay for them. Whereas the Amiga version was actually the kids were copying them rather than the adults. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I thought it was fantastic. I did boot sales and everything, buying copied games. I mean, when
but the PD scene was huge, and
17-bit.
There were so many great PD games. I mean, I say to this day now, everyone always goes on about Worms. Like, fuck Worms. Scorched Tanks, arguably one of the most accomplished PD games ever. It's better than any fucking Worms game.
Did you ever buy like a magazine like Amiga Power or anything?
I loved Amiga Power. That was my magazine of choice because of the humor.
I was part of a game that got put on the front cover.
Yeah.
Willie, it was called the Mental Image Game Disc 2, and it was one of the things I was really like, oh my god, we're like in the profession now. But no, I was do you know what I mean? It was like crazy. Doing it. It took like 6 months to do the graphics.
I remember that game. Well, what issue was that released on then? Was it an earlier one?
It was good. Oh my god, good point now. Hang on, just bear with me a minute. But it was
because I loved Amiga Power. I really, really loved it.
If you look at Mental Image, like as a Google thing. But I'll tell you exactly which issue it was. Mental Image Games Disc 2.
Mental Image.
Mental, like brain, mental image.
I think it was 61 it's come up, but...
Hold on.
I collected Amiga format, I did. I only got a few CUs.
It's interesting because, like some did like utilities and stuff, and some just did games. And the magazines were very similar.
Well, Amiga Format was basically in the same building as Amiga Power.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, I think the two magazines.
So this is all a bit before my time. See, you old bits.
No,
Let me just go and find some. I backed something on Kickstarter
Got it.
2 years ago, Amiga Power. I don't know if any of you guys backed it.
What, the
Oh,
CD?
the music.
Yeah, did you get to see the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And the best thing about that is not the CD, because the more backers they got, you got more pages in the booklet. In the end, the booklet was like a little magazine, wasn't it?
Did you get the PDF version as well?
Yeah, I got sent it, but I can't find it now. But yeah.
Nah, because
Can you see the banner now? If it comes up,
I can see that.
Issue 15 cover discs.
Issue 15, Amiga Power issue 15.
Yeah, that's where Mental Image Game Disc 2 was, which is where I did the graphics.
I'm just going to search issue 15. Just to see if I had the magazine, because that might prompt a memory.
Might do. But we did Mental Image Game Disc 1 as well, which is PD. It was somebody mentioned PD earlier. It's like, I'd forgotten about that public domain.
Yeah, PD was my. I'll tell you what, that was probably when I had my Mega Drive, because I don't think I had that.
No, it's quite an early one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks like it's got like a happy face dude on the whiz.
Yeah, I think
How old are you?
I'm 43.
Bit rude.
I'm 42, mate. So yeah.
I'm hitting 50 this year, so shut up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah. I was born in 71. So when this picture came out, I was.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got less grey hair than me.
I've got no hair. Well, yeah.
You look good, Rich.
Thank you. Thing is, it's just like mental.
So I'm the baby of the string.
You're the chick. You're the chick.
Yeah, I'm the baby of the string. Yeah, 37, me.
No way, really?
Mm.
I actually thought you were younger than that.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, 1984.
Oh God, I started work in 1986.
Fucking hell, I was 2 years old then.
Yeah, I know, you're a little bubby. Little bubby. Oh God. But yeah, it was the Mental Image Game Disc it had like Willie and the Castle of Dreams and I think Saw 2 or something. And they were like really bigging it up, the magazine. It's like, oh my God, the presentation. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. But then I dipped out and started getting girlfriends and stuff, you know what I mean? Because you're either
going out and going to the pub and that.
Yeah, you're either sitting at your computer like doing stuff for the computer, or you're going out to nightclubs. So it's like, well, I don't know. But yeah, it's all good fun.
Yeah,
low spec Linux said he's 52. Geezer, it's like, oh my God, if I ever get, I think I need to. No, it'd be like, Jeff, can you tell me how to build a house myself? in Britain, right? In Britain, getting a house is like unbelievable.
Yeah, it's quite. I mean, I've recently bought a place here, and it's expensive.
It is, yeah.
Especially, I mean, I'm just on my own actually at the moment. So it's one salary trying to buy a house in the UK.
Yeah, do the whole big thing. So whereabouts is everyone? I know somebody's in Scotland.
Who's that?
Or he's fibbing. Yeah.
This one's in Scotland, isn't he?
Yeah, that one there. That one there. Or he's fibbing and he's actually not because it's part of Chicken Man thing. They're playing the long con.
Is in a hutch? You're in a hutch, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, like Surrey, so down south a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm down in Cheltenham, Gloucestershire way. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I don't think you're far from me. I'm like off Heathrow Airport. I am.
Oh God, yeah.
So sort of in between Uxbridge and Ealing. Well, Uxbridge and Hayes. If I go too far, then that's where I am.
So every time we go to Lanzarote, he'd be like, "All right, amigo, how you doing?" When you're driving past.
Lanzarote.
Well, whatever, you know, like where we're going.
Oh, right, Heathrow Airport. Yeah, got it.
Heathrow, yeah.
But yeah, I'm just outside Heathrow. You know,
Yeah.
it's all right. But I'm sort of been this area. My mum and dad are like 10-minute drive from where I live now. Well, where I am.
Yeah, got you.
So yeah, it's quite easy to get around there or anything. But I said my sister's moved up to Peterborough. She has. So she's up that way.
Yeah. Used to work up there.
My dad's only 950 miles away.
Yeah.
Where's your dad then?
On the Isle of Wight.
Oh, you left him there when you moved up. See you,
Yeah.
Dad, I'm off now.
See you, Dad. I'm fucking off.
Yeah.
So you've gone the complete length of the nation, haven't you?
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's all right though. Life's an adventure. That's all I've ever told myself.
Well, that's what we wanted. Basically, was an adventure. Will we end up back on the Isle of Wight? Who knows? Don't know. We are loving it a bit.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows?
I'll tell you what, global warming in the Isle of Wight won't be there.
No, it won't. No,
Disappear.
it's breaking up anyway.
Well, there's like 2 Isle of Wights.
Well, it's
Like
they reckon in like another 1,000, 2,000 years it'd be 4 little islands because it's breaking up in 4 places.
Oh, you won't need to worry about that with you, mate.
No, that's I'll be well dead and buried by that time.
Oh God, that's a nice. It was like weird because I went to a beer festival earlier with my dad, and we've talked a lot about death and blah 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 and stuff like that. But it's like weird how it came up here, because like people are going to die and stuff. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back. I've not been back to see my old sort of friends and my parents.
My roots. Yeah.
So I'm going back up to the Wirral in Liverpool on end of this month, end of June, last weekend of June. So I'm really looking forward to that. To be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to it. And the reason my birthday is middle of June, but I purposely held back going back in the hope that the restrictions are lifted as much as they can be, because if you go out in any city now, the pubs are open, but you have to book a table, and it's impossible to.
Not all of them, but some you do, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's almost impossible to book this table, or in every if you want to explore a city and just pop into random places, have a meal, have a drink, you can't really do it.
You can't do it. Not like the old days, like
no.
A year ago.
So that's what I'm looking forward to, really.
Do you know Port Sunlight then? Like
that's on the Wirral. Yeah, so Port Sunlight. Yeah.
Like Unilever, I used to work for them.
Oh right, yeah. My mate works for Unilever now. Yeah.
Oh really? Yeah.
Do you find it annoying about this pandemic? If you judge the last time there was some sort of bug was 1918 when super flu hit, and that killed probably between 50 to 100 million people, where coronavirus has only killed 3-4 million.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
They not put it into perspective, have they?
Maybe not. But maybe not. But if we just let everyone just freewheel around, then we'd be looking at more deaths, wouldn't we? So I don't know. I mean, but the thing is, though, what one death is important, and I think you go back 100 years or so, life was not as valuable. It sounds bizarre to us, but life was cheaper.
No,
whereas now
Yeah, kids in the factories and bullshit.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
But don't you think it's like the natural order to things?
Yeah,
You know,
but,
we
yeah,
produce so
but-
much. You know, how many people?
but James,
Eight billion?
James, right? If you're a government that just, you can't say that. You can't say it because if someone's grand dies or someone's auntie dies, that's a life. That's a life.
Oh,
So-
yeah, definitely.
No, so if they have that attitude, then they're gonna get the arse sued out of them, aren't they? They're gonna get fucked, quite frankly. So this is why
they
they've got
have to protect the people, I
done.
guess, or they have to protect the people, or they have to.
But that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with humanity. It's because we think we're a higher animal than the rest. You know, in Africa, about every 12 years in Africa, there's the anthrax outbreaks that kill most of the wildlife in the savannah, except for crocs. For some reason, they're just not affected by anthrax, and they literally munch on all the dead bodies. But then that's just the natural order. That's just the way the world works. You know, you have these different, you know, whether it's a meteorite or a super volcano that wipes out, you know, half the population. It's just what happens, and this is what's happening with this flu, isn't it? It's the natural order of life.
But they've got to try and mitigate it, haven't they? You can understand that. They've got they've just got to try and stop it if they can, haven't they? As stupid as wearing masks is and stuff like that, but you know,
I think it's better to preserve what you can rather than like letting it flitter away.
Yeah,
it's kind of it's a tough decision because they spent shitloads in Britain. You know, the furlough, the whatever, the stuff they did. It's like all of a sudden all this money came out. It's like, no, like 2 years ago, it was like, for the NHS, can we have like another 100,000? It's like, no, we haven't got no money. And then now when it's like killing people, like other stuff, it's like, shit, yeah, we could do like 2 billion or nearly a trillion kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know what it is.
They found the money,
like,
haven't they? They found this money.
Yeah, it's like they found it, and it's like, where'd you get it from? Like the magic place, the magic branch, or what do you call it? The magic tree
place, yeah.
Magic tree.
Boris Johnson, he shits out money. This is how we
Boris Johnson's
the economy.
I mean, I'm not.
I shit it out.
Thing is, I don't look at the person and say, "Oh, I'll vote for the party because of the person," which a lot of people do. And I don't...
you mean you didn't vote because of my personality? I can't believe it. I will ban the retro engine.
Wait, yeah, fuck me. I'm going to be doing green next time. I'll tell you. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like your impression of Boris. Do it again.
Yeah.
Say, can I have an ice cream? Go on.
Could I have an ice cream, please?
But it's almost comical. It's fucking comical nowadays. It really is. I don't, like I say, I'm not. I tend to be in the middle because it's like this way is like, oh shit, there's some bad shit, and that way is some bad shit. Do you know what I mean? If you vote for one, you've got to negate the other, if that makes sense. You've got to be like, oh, because they're going for that, then it means they're not going for that. It's like, no, they're both going for the same thing, or no, they're both going for the other thing.
They're all shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the ultimate thing. In fact, fuck it, I'm going to make my own party.
I've got a great personality.
Retro engine party.
This is why I'm in power at the moment.
Yeah,
I appreciate the votes from the north. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Fuck, they should be like President James. Is it President? No, it's the other one. Prime Minister James of the Retro Engine Party with James Own Birdroom supporting.
I don't really get involved in any of that politics
no, I
stuff.
don't.
I don't blame you, mate. It's shit.
Yeah, and it's like fuck that. It's like probably low spec Linux is probably going like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I just like doing Boris Johnson.
Yeah, he might have voted for Boris Johnson. That'd be quite funny actually. By accident.
I have to do a commentary of Boris when I'm playing games, don't I?
Yeah, do the political party broadcast.
What's this game? This is a Sega. Let's have a go at this. See if I can play this as bad as I run the country.
Yeah.
Any plans tomorrow? Sorry,
And it'll be a zombie thing, and it will have injections involved.
Yeah, it needs exercise. I think I agree with that because I've noticed myself. I've done a lot less exercise, and it's not just exercise in the traditional sense. The untraditional exercise is basically just getting up, going out, doing stuff. Whereas a lot of people now don't go out; they just stay in. So you're burning far less calories. You're being exposed to less things naturally. Like if you walk through a field to go to work, suddenly you're not doing that anymore. You just sat in a fucking room all day.
I think also what Jeff said was, it's weakened all our immune system. So it means that if you get attacked by not even COVID, but something else,
the flu is going to come back strong.
Yeah, you're going to be fucked up for like about a week, some shit. God, it's so depressing, isn't it? Sorry, I do apologise.
The flu will hit the world.
Yeah.
When that comes back.
And that's
being suppressed. The flu's being suppressed at the moment by COVID.
Yeah. And all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, we need a flu jab because everyone's catching flu. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like more of the other thing. I don't know.
So I've seen the effect of COVID in one of the places I've worked in. It's not pretty.
No, yeah, and it does exist. I'm not one of these people who think, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Don't just. It's a conspiracy or bullshit. I do believe in that.
My mate had it, Cole, and he suffered not long-term COVID, but he had the cough. But he said you don't want it. You don't. But he feels like, I guess it is long COVID because he does feel out of breath and he can't do the things he could do before.
Right, so it's like the long COVID.
Yeah, but he felt fine. He was able to do things, but he just felt more out of breath and more breathless and tired. Fatigue, he said, he was. But I believe it's there. But as I said, luckily, I'm
just saying, luckily, we haven't been affected by it.
But I just keep to government guidelines. Wear the mask, do as I'm told, and just wait for it to all go.
The hand cream, I bought some from Lanzarote, and it's got like aloe vera in it. It's like, oh my god, this is hand cream. This is not even. Do you know what I mean? I just wear it for a laugh. I just put it on for a laugh. It's quite beautiful.
Protect yourself. Put it all over your face as well.
Yeah, now you can burn your eyeballs and put it in the wrong place.
Yeah, I'm protected. Yes, yeah. Let's drink some bleach. Yeah.
Yeah. No. If anyone's watching this after the event, no, I don't condone drinking bleach.
I think everyone should drink some bleach.
What fucking twat he was. Anyway, guys, on that note, I've got to go to bed because I've got stuff to do.
Night.
Listen, it's been a great interaction, actually. It's been great to chat.
So
take care, Heidi.
Good night.
Take care, guys. Good night.
Cheers. See ya.
Good night. Good night from Donald Trump. Good night.
You see, I can't do impressions. I can go when I do like an impression.
You do a
know,
brilliant
like-
Cole Pilkington, though, mate.
Well, you said that. Yeah, was it you that said that, or somebody did?
Yeah.
And it's like I had to Google who is Carl Pilkington.
Oh, he's brilliant. He's
I
a
bought
legend.
Series 1 and I bought Series 2. I have to watch it again. It's like, oh my lord.
Every time I close your eyes, it's like Cole Pilkington's doing a review.
Oh god, it's like a really kind of droll voice. That's, that's what I see. That's what I hear.
I love Cole Pilkington. I can listen to him for hours on end.
Yeah,
He's
didn't even know he
fucking
was.
brilliant.
Didn't realise he worked with what's his face, who's big.
Yeah, Rick Gervais and Stephen
Yeah.
Merchant. And
Yeah, Stephen Marchant. God, Stephen Marchant. Because I'm quite short, like physically, when I stand up. When I sit down, I'm fine. I'm like 6'2". When I stand up, I'm like 5'1". Oh my lord! But Stephen Marchant is like 8'10".
he's about 10'10", isn't he? He's
I
a
think
giant.
so, yeah. Close. He's like, oh my god.
I don't know what you're
But-
talking about.
You don't?
Yeah.
Oh god. Have you
The Office.
The Office? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good
yeah.
start.
Yeah, do you
Ricky
remember the
Gervais?
character?
I think so. Who was it? The girlfriend, or what? Not the girlfriend, but the girlfriend's who is to come in.
No. Did you see Extras?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was his manager.
All right, I'm trying to
The
think.
bloke with glasses.
All right, not the blonde hair bloke who looks like he's on drugs.
Was he
Yeah.
tall?
Yeah. He was in that country program, weren't he? Not long ago.
Skinny
Country.
geezer.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you now. I liked
Yeah,
him. He was all
much.
right. He was.
Yeah,
He had
brilliant.
the biscuit thing, wasn't it? It goes stop, move away from the cookie jar.
Oh god, that rings a bell, but I can't remember what it's from.
It was from The Office.
Yeah.
No, that's
okay.
Gareth. That's Gareth.
Okay. Oh, who was the other? The other dude was the brown hair, weren't he? And he had it like all brushed forward and that. Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
Remember, I'm like my brain's trying to rewind.
I remember the bit when he super glued his not super glued. He stuck his stapler in jelly. That was brilliant. That was because it reminds me of us when we was in the office when I was a lot younger, and we used to do like little pranks like that. Not like with jelly, but it used to be good fun. It used to be.
But it's like, yeah,
Can you do, Adam, can you do any impressions?
Not really. I mean, sort of Irish, but I don't know if you've seen the film. What was it? Go. And it used to be the Irish girls, and it goes, "Do you want to be getting high with us?" But I don't know if that's Scottish or if that's like Irish. But
God, you do what I do. It's
What's
like
that?
you do a Scottish, and all of a sudden it's like Chinese or something. You do
Yeah.
the same accent. and the
I
same
don't know. I don't really do like what you call it, like impressions of people. Really.
I love doing impressions.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
Brian Cox, you know, he's all about Jupiters, and you know, I'm fascinated with the giant spot on Jupiter because it's basically Jupiter farting, basically.
I didn't know you did. I actually didn't know you did impressions, to be honest.
I do try. They're not always brilliant, but you know, I do enjoy it.
I don't know. The only one I can do is like Yorkshire, but it's just it has to be spur of the moment, so I can't do it now.
See, I've really been practicing my Donald Trump. You know, I love the way, you know. Wait, shut up. You know.
with my little hands. With my little hands.
You know,
Going
sometimes
little
Donald
hands.
Trump likes talking to Boris Johnson, and you know.
Yeah, like mama baba. God.
I'm trying to think if I can do any. I think what Rich said about it's like the time sort of thing.
It's got to be, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't really know.
I don't know, Mildred. I'm not even sure where that comes from. I don't know.
Wouldn't that Les Dennis? I don't know. I don't really know. I want to be a yellow coat.
I actually don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Yeah.
Trying to think what else to
Yeah, I am as
come up
well.
with.
Yeah.
Any plans tomorrow? When you were chatting about COVID, I'd said any plans or anything.
No, I'm
I'm
staying in bed.
gonna walk
Yeah?
the dog in the morning.
That's one thing. I can't get out of bed. I can't. I sort of stay up, but I can't. I just struggle to like get out of bed at a reasonable time.
You're still doing
I'll be up at
the
7.
child thing. The kiddie thing. You know what I mean? Like when you're younger,
Yeah.
stay up late and get up late. Yeah. Don't try not to get into that cycle.
I can't lay in anymore. I find it really hard to lay in.
Yeah, it's mad. Some people do. All of a sudden, the sun comes up. It's like bing. You know. I mean, have you got curtains?
I'll be up at 7
James,
tomorrow.
have you got curtains or?
Yeah, we got thick curtains. I mean, it's quite dark.
Oh, she got blackout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But
my wife wakes up.
It's like a built-in alarm clock.
I've just been like this ever since I was 16. I've, going to bed late and then.
Adam, I reckon you work better at night.
Yeah, I definitely.
Your brain, you're more awake. You could.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? But I can't change working hours or anything. But I think that's why I do things like late at night. But
over the weekend, you're all right.
But it just seems like James. What time do you say he was going to be up tomorrow? 10 or
no 7?
7. I mean, that's the thing. I won't be up till about 11, 12. I don't think tomorrow. I mean, yesterday.
That's wasting the day, though.
I know. But I think that's where my head is at the moment, with working from home and that. And
so my missus will be up at 7 tomorrow for work. She's working. It's not because I've worked the weekend. But I'll just get up when her alarm clock goes, and then I'll walk the dogs in the morning for an hour.
It's something I need to sort out. He's getting up and doing things.
I mean, Adam, that's half the reason why I didn't do YouTube for a while. It's more, you get into a routine where you're not into YouTube, but you're not into anything.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, you wake up if you have to when your wife gets up, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm getting up, have a shower.
Yeah.
But you're not really there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, come 10 o'clock, it's like, shit, I'm awake now.
Exactly. And
I felt that. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, this is how I sort of feel. But I mean, I am doing things. I'm getting up for work, obviously, at 9 o'clock, and I'm there. I'm not like I'm not at work. But when it comes to the weekends, I'm sort of, or when I can do a video or do anything, I'm sort of can't. Not saying I can't be bothered. It's just what you said. It's not there. I don't feel motivated. But
it's mundane. It's like
no,
I got that the last 3 months.
But there's other things as well. With family and doing other things and everything. And the time I got to do anything, it's just too late. James is gone, isn't he?
Yeah, he said he's going. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But things will get better. I'm not, fingers crossed, I'm not going mental or anything. But
no,
I think it's just with that disk drive going and with the weather and everything. And as I said, it's going to be like 23 tomorrow, isn't it? 25. Yeah. And I won't be able to get up there in the daytime, and because it's going to be too hot. But yeah,
it's a case of if you're crashing and burning, so to speak, or really feeling depressed or anything, whatever, just if you've got the other side of you saying, come on, Adam, right, get up. That's what I do. I say, Rich, what are you doing? It's like, yeah, okay, I need to get up. I know, no, we really have to get up. And I do. It's mad. It's difficult because I'm not a psychologist, but I understand the pressures of I mean, I don't know your life, but I understand the pressure of my life. So I do know there's a point where give up YouTube, tell it to fuck off, because that isn't the be all and end all. And your disk drive isn't the be all and end all. And your kit up there, it's your family, it's your wife, whatever, you know. I mean, not to, you know, don't, as long as you're smiling, who cares?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm happy in myself.
Get to a point where you are smiling. I want to see you like drunken after you've got back and doing your DJ stuff. No, seriously, I do.
No, it's good fun at ease, but as I said, what you said earlier, I wanted to use the OBS and everything and use StreamYard, but I looked into it and there's a lot of stuff.
I couldn't work out how to do that.
I mean, I've had a go, but as you said, it's the audio ease and trying to get the audio right and bringing in a webcam as well, because if you use StreamYard, it won't recognize StreamYard with OBS. It comes up all blank. It does.
Yeah.
So I think you need another.
OBS does work if you hang on, I can tell you actually. Just start it. That's what I was trying to do earlier, but it doesn't do the sound.
Yeah.
So I can do the start virtual camera.
That's
in
it.
OBS, but you don't get the sound. Oh, he's back again. Hang on. Let's just say you're all right.
I thought you had another power cut. That was the other bloke, wasn't
it? Sorry, lost connection.
I thought you'd gone to bed. Oh my god, you're all right.
Yeah, just lost connection, bloody. That's what happens when you live in the island.
Jesus, I'm jealous.
Just cuts off.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I am jealous. We're just talking about, you know, with YouTube, where sometimes you need to back off from it or don't get too involved.
Everyone needs a break. I think a lot of the gaming community have taken a break before, haven't they?
Yeah. But mine's been ages though. That's the thing. But I've been, as I said, I've been on more streams like this than anything else. I
think that's the thing, maybe, to get your voice out. If that makes sense. To get your, you know, I love it, and I do appreciate this more than doing a video, because it's like shit. I've got to cut and paste it and put the intro in and bullshit and blah blah blah. You know, which is what I started off as. It's nice.
Well, it's time consuming, isn't it? When you're cutting and pasting a video, where a live stream, it's more of your natural self comes out.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm going to be doing a few more of them. It's trying to find a good day to do it where everyone.
Invite me on your live stream, please.
Of course I will, mate.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Need some good chats.
Yeah, you know, you're always welcome, mate, on my live stream.
No, cheers.
We've grown our channels together, buddy.
We have. It's like weird. But it's like, again, I look for retro, and Amiga, Amiga Old School came up. Adam came up, and it was like, oh, cool. And then it was like last video 6 months ago or something. I don't know. And I'm thinking, like, fuck it, I'm going to subscribe and see what happens. And then he pops up on what we're doing now. Oh my god! It's still alive. It's mad.
I mean, that's what's amazing about YouTube, and especially our little gaming community. In fact, even if you're away for so long, you just welcome back. You just welcome back into it.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I could just stick the camera on the screen and do a couple of Amiga demos, but I wanted to actually talk to the camera. I do, but it's just I think that's why I've sort of haven't done anything. I know it's excuses, but I just want to talk about memories of the Amiga and everything. I've said this before, but it's just the time to do it, and I haven't had the passion or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to do it yet, if you know what I mean. I want to get, there's props, there's magazines I want to pull out, and it's a lot to do. And just for me, because I hadn't done a video, obviously said, for about 7 months now, and for me, just a point of you know, and do a demo. I don't want that. You know, I want to sit there and actually do a video that people's going to want to watch. But yeah, it's just time. Yeah, he's
just put out rubbish like I do on my channel.
I could.
No, what? You don't put rubbish out.
You don't put out rubbish. None of you do. You don't. But,
just whack a video out together and just whack it out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, because you've been doing a few, James, you know, you've got that sort of gap where you can sort of, okay, that one, I'm not saying it wasn't good, but, you know, you do the ones when you're out with, you know, with your wife and everything, and they were brilliant, all the scenery in Scotland, you know, and then you might have a short video or, you know, I've got this or something, but that video won't jeopardize the one that you put up before.
Yeah.
In my situation, I haven't done one, so if I just put a random one up, it might be like, yeah, okay,
Well,
don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll see where you come from.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to use StreamYard and get some other Amiga people on.
Yeah, I could, but as I said, it
would
won't. I mean, I was stuck in the thing, like, you know, just saying night to the wife, so I need to say goodnight to Elaine, but it won't be till like 12, you know, sort of late in it, like now sort of time, and that's when I've had a few beers and I've done a few mixes. But
so I'm sort of the opposite from used to. I find doing a video quite relaxing. It helps me.
I did, but then it got a bit, because I was doing so many, it was like, oh my god, and then you got like 42 views on one, and it was like, is it worth it? It's better for being.
I did think like that when I was on like 28 subs, and no one will say, you know, there's like 8 views on it, but I just kept going. You know, I'm not sure. I know James is recent. I'm not sure about you, Rich, but you know, I've been doing videos since 2014.
Yeah,
and, you know, they was constant like every week, but I think because I've done it for so long, you know, I've sort of just have a, well, sort of, but it was sort
like,
of.
What's better, the comments or getting on a panel like this and getting comments about your videos in real time?
Well, yeah, that would be good, but I haven't done that. I haven't. But just any sort of interaction would be spot on, to be honest. I mean, I'm not.
StreamYard is working.
Yeah, and I said that in previous streams. I said StreamYard is amazing. You know, what we had years ago was Google Hangouts, and you couldn't bring people in. You couldn't. You know, you just had Google Hangouts, and it was only for people that knew that person. Like, for instance, if I know you're not sure on me, but you know, you could bring someone in that you don't know at that time. You know, before it was a link. I guess it's the same sort of thing, but yeah, I think StreamYard has definitely brought, you know, streaming to YouTube. It's amazing. It is. You know, just with Dana's lockdowns, and you know, with the James and Feed Me Chicken, you know, it's done a lot. And I know James is heard as Tony, Retro Collector. Yeah. He's an older fella, but he sort of was the first person that used StreamYard. He was in what I knew, and you know, he's bringing people on and stuff, and it's just built up.
Yeah.
Rich, that's Golden Gaming Movie.
Yeah.
Oh really? Oh yeah. Right.
That's his new channel. Yeah, that's it.
What's it called? What's his new channel?
I don't know top of my head. I don't.
I think Retrotonic. Is it Retrotonic Gamer or something like that?
He's had like 50 channels. He has, and I couldn't keep up with him.
But I like it when he's talking. It's like, oh my god, they're so lethargic.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Andy, he goes from one thing to another. All of a sudden, it's like drones.
So quickly, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's a proper character. I think that's why a lot of us enjoy watching him, because you never know what conversation you're going to get.
It's totally. Retrotronic Collector. But I've been on a couple of his streams, being pretty drunk, and
yeah, we was on there. Was it last week together?
Saturday, last week. Yeah. And
Retrotronic what?
Collector. I can stick it in the private thing here.
Thanks.
But yeah, I like to get on StreamYard. I would, and like do something what you're doing. I will, but you just got to be on the right time. And there's so many people streaming now, and you know, if you're doing something when someone else is on, then you know it might be like an after thing. If I'm on late, because I'll probably go on to about 3 or 4 in the morning. I would.
Yeah, that's the problem at the moment. You know, a lot of the guys in the community are all doing quite a lot of streams, and so it's you don't want to cross wires with them either. You know, you want to support their stream, but also you want to try and fit yours in. That's not going to interfere.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just do a Tony and do it anytime.
Could do.
There is intersections though. It's like the Mega Drive, the thing. It's like when I started watching your channel, James, it was like I don't remember that console. You know, I never used it, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah, I suppose you were seeing it from an outsider, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, you know, in games that you didn't get to play, and I mean that's the reason why I enjoyed your channel was the fact you were showing games I used to own on my Spectrum, you know, which I missed playing. You know, I loved all the sort of funky sound effects that the Spectrum used to do. You know, like Nifty Nifty. You know, the little when he's walking across the floor and that. You know, really stupid sort of sound effects that come out like a comedy or something. But you know, it's you know, what makes that game special, you know? So watching your channel with, you know, with your reviews and that, I used to enjoy it. Used to bring back a lot of memories.
Yeah,
I think that's what people want though, isn't it? They do. They want to, you know, hear the game and everything and hear like, you know, the memories of it sort of thing. And I guess that's what I was doing with the Amiga because, you know, there was only a certain amount of channels that was doing the Amiga. There was.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
And it's still, I mean, who I watch is mostly people picking up games, not really playing the games, not really showing what it can do. That's why I was doing the demo Friday.
Like
because
pickups and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, my games are copied. I've always copied games. I've bought, you know, I've got a collection. Yeah. But, you know, my games go back to 92. You know, I've written on the discs and everything. And, you know, that's my collection. So showing a copied game ain't going to really do anything for anyone. But, you know, that was the games I played. That was, you know, I like to have a big box collection and everything, but I ain't got the room. But
and also, you know, some of the games are so expensive. You know, I've brought what 4 repos now, and I feel bad buying them, but to buy them games, I just haven't got the readies to buy the original copies.
Yeah.
You know, there's some of the prices now. You know, like the Firemen, which is a repo, really nice repo of a SNES game where you're basically a firefighter saving, you know, civilians in burnt buildings. It's an absolutely brilliant game. But I mean, that goes for like, especially if you want a box version of it with the manual, that goes for like 300-400 quid. It's ridiculous.
But that's the thing. By buying one game, I'm after. I mean, Rich will know. I'm after a Blizzard 12. What is it? A 12. In other words, it's a 060 graphics card. That's 700 quid. What I've seen them.
Whoa.
You know, and that will play. I know that will play like Doom as good as it can. And it's like having a 286 PC and upgrading it to a 386 or a 486. So it makes the Amiga just faster and everything, and you can do a lot more with it, like rendering and graphics and stuff. But you know, that's the thing. With me, I'm more hardware than software. You know, I'd rather have, you know, the original hardware, and then, or you know, get a game worth 200 quid. You know, I could not emulate, but I could use an EverDrive cartridge on the original hardware to play that £200, £300 game. You know, the nostalgic for me isn't really with the consoles; it's more the Amiga and the Spectrum. and like half, you know, a little bit off the Master System, and that's where I sort of am. You know, the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo, I love them. Mega Drive I prefer because obviously Sega with the arcade classics and everything, but wasn't really a Nintendo, you know, person. I wasn't, you know, Mario. I was Sonic. I've got like school books upstairs, and it says like Sonic and everything. You know, I was more Sega. So you know,
Sonic was cooler. I mean, Mario was the better platformer, but Sonic was cooler.
Yeah, I mean, I'd always remember saying to my mate Wes, I said, you know, you can have a blue hedgehog that looks absolutely brilliant, or you can have a dirty plumber that goes down and fixes, you know, and that's all what I keep saying. But I know Nintendo, they've got their own sort of ways of doing things, but Sega was just more for, I don't know, for adults or sort of thing. It wasn't the cutesy games, if you know what I mean. That's what I think.
Totally.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to call it a day now.
All right.
Is that, bloody hell, is that the time?
I know, they go fast, don't they?
It's been a good 2 hours, 40 minutes or something.
I'm just going to think, where am I?
I was supposed to be playing some. I came on thinking I'm going to do some demos and Amiga stuff. And then I swapped over. But no, good to see you, man.
No, it's been brilliant, Rich. It's good to see you well, mate. And I can't believe you're almost 50. I think you're a liar.
No, 71.
That's been great, you know, to have us on, Rich.
You guys. Yeah. We'll do it again.
Thanks for having us on, mate.
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, you're all cool. Take care.
All right, take care, both.
Thanks, everyone.
Take it easy, guys. Bye.
Bye.